step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
It's a Friday.
It is a Friday.
Can you believe it? We have made it through what has been admittedly a great week. So it hasn't really been a chore this week, but we've made it to the Friday. Can I just be the first of many people, I'm sure, to say you look gorgeous today, Zoe?
Thank you. I'm rocking the white. I know we are matching, but you know what? Today is not just any Friday. It is a Friday ahead of a long weekend.
Yay.
So if you did take Monday off, you get to enjoy this long weekend as Women's Day is being celebrated.
Yeah, and rightly so. We celebrate, we commemorate everything that has been achieved by the incredible South African women that we are so proud of. And speaking of which, we're going to be connecting with one such woman this morning. Holly Ray is stepping into studio, and man, are we going to be putting her through her paces.
We are. We're going to test out and see how she does in the kitchen. We're going to test her baking skills. We want to find out her beauty regime. I mean, she is an award-winning singer, and it's so exciting that she's going to be spending the whole morning with us.
Yeah, and of course she is going to be performing, and she's releasing her latest EP, which is Unconditional, and we cannot wait to hear it. And I'm sure that enthusiasm, that excitement, and that Friday vibe is being shared by two gentlemen who, yes, are also equally gorgeous. My two bays. Good morning, boys.
Morning, Bass.
Oh, we just got called bass. This is fantastic. You know what I'm going to say to you, Graham, is thank you, child. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Zanzi, good morning. It's Friday.
It is indeed.
You can see the massive smiles on our faces because we know exactly what's happening in the show this morning. It's going to be a goodie call.
Yes, indeed. And it's a celebratory as well. So we actually want to celebrate with you today. Talking about celebrations, I know it's a very, very special birthday. We have a director in our ears all the time, and it's his birthday today. So, Vardy, happy birthday. We love you so much.
Vardy!
Such a good-looking guy, you know that. Just love you. But, of course, today we're going to focus in on the ladies, and we're going to ask you on social media something very special about the lady in your life. A woman that you feel is just really powerful, somebody who's influential in the best way possible, and we'd like to find out a bit more about that person. You know, somebody really special in your life.
And I think there's a lot of people that you could think of when you think of the powerful and impacting woman in our lives. I mean, our parents, for one, are always something that is, I mean, that's just that's a given.
Yes, it is.
That's a given. But I mean, we want to hear the stories from you. We want to connect with you, Mzansi, today and really celebrate Women's Month, what women mean and the power and incredible things that they do and influence in our lives. It's going to be a goodie.
It's going to be a great one,
And before we get into some of the great magic and the fun and all the action, let's find out what's happening. First up in the news with Zoe.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll start with your national headlines. President Cyril Ramaphosa last night announced a series of cabinet changes, replacing Finance Minister Tito Mboweni with Enoch Godongwana after Mboweni had requested to be relieved of his duties. Speaker Thandi Modise replaces Nosisiwe Mapiza-Nqakula as Minister of Defence, and Joe Pashla was promoted from Deputy to Minister of Health. The President placed the responsibilities and the functions of the Department of State Security in the hands of the Presidency and appointed Dr. Sydney Mufamadi as a National Security Advisor to address the shortcomings in the security departments following the recent unrest in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. Ramaphosa also appointed a panel of experts with Professor Sandy Africa as chair to examine the country's readiness. And other changes Ramaphosa made were the separation of the Department of Human Settlements from that of Water and Sanitation. Mameloko Kubai-Nkubane takes over as Minister of Human Settlements and Senzo Mchunu as Minister of Water and Sanitation. Ramaphosa acknowledged that the country faced three major challenges: the coronavirus, massive economic problems, and the issues of the recent serious looting and violence. Now moving to news abroad, rebels from Ethiopia's northern Tigray region have taken control of the town of Lalibela, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the neighboring Amhara region. Lalibela, home to 13th century churches hewn from rock, is a holy site of millions of Orthodox Christians. There are 11 medieval monolithic cave churches carved out of rock dating from 12th and 13th centuries. They were built as a substitute substitute for pilgrimages to the Holy Land. There is great concern that this unique World Heritage Site will be damaged. And Australian rugby and soccer players damaged beds in the Olympic Village hotel rooms before leaving Japan. Some athletes also showed unacceptable and rowdy behaviour on their flight home. But Australia team boss Ian Chesterman said no disciplinary action would be taken as they had apologised. He added that a good young person can make a mistake, be remorseful and then learn from the mistake to become a better person. The Australian football and rugby unions were investigating the reports. And if you've ever doubted that orangutans share 96.4% of human genes, then watch and listen to the following story. A video uploaded on social media 4 days ago shows an orangutan trying on a woman's sunglasses after she accidentally dropped them into a primate's enclosure at an Indonesian zoo. The mother orangutan with her baby takes the glasses, looks at them, and then tries to put them upside down. Reminiscent of their human cousins, the baby then unsuccessfully attempts to snatch them. After a while, presumably not liking them that much, the orangutan flings the sunglasses at the fascinated zoo guests watching the amusing incident. Many millions of people were gobsmacked that the animal knew what to do with the glasses, and one even says, and I quote, "These animals are so damn smart. I swear they can talk, but they just don't want to pay taxes." Well, on that absolutely adorable note, that's where I leave your morning headlines. Here's a first look at your sport with Graham.
Well, no monkey business as we kick off with the Olympics this morning. South Africa's Kyle Blignaut finished 6th in the men's shot put final at the Tokyo Olympics yesterday. Third round throw of 21 meters by the 21-year-old secured a 6th place finish. As I said, American Ryan Krauser set a new Olympic record to win gold with a best of 23.30 meters in his 6th and final effort. Krauser was just 7 centimeters off the world record he set in June. Then staying at the Olympics, South Africa's Michael McGlynn finished 8th in the Olympic 10-kilometer marathon swim at Odaiba Marine Park in Tokyo. The 21-year-old produced South Africa's best swim in this event to date with his top 10 finish. Germany's Florian Wellbrock claiming the gold medal, with Hungarian Krzysztof Razowski taking silver, and then Italy's Gregorio Peltinieri coming with the bronze. Now on to rugby, a mouth-watering clash, a must-win clash, in fact, for the Springboks and the British and Irish Lions is upon us in the Lions series decider at the Cape Town Stadium tomorrow. Damian Delaney will reach a career milestone of 50 test caps when he takes to the field in that match. Bok head coach Jacques Ninova made only 3 changes to his starting team for the clash, and Lions head coach Warren Gatland making 6 changes to his starting side. The 3-match series remains 1-1 after both teams recording a win, and that third and final match between South Africa and the British and Irish Lions will kick off at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Then into the local franchise rugby, Currie Cup action continues this weekend with 3 exciting fixtures, including a top-of-the-table clash. Then we've got the Lions heading to Kimberley to take on a very confident Griquas outfit. The match to watch will see the Sharks up against the Bulls as they battle for the top spot on the log. And the teams decided to switch the venue from Johannesburg to Durban after the Durbanites missed out on a number of home games that were cancelled, obviously due to the unrest in KwaZulu-Natal. And that final match this weekend will see Western Province play host to bottom-of-the-log Cheetahs in Cape Town. Then some heartbreaking news in the world of motorsport. Italian motorcycling veteran and 7-time MotoGP world champion, he has no peer, Valentino Rossi, has announced his retirement from the sport. The doctor, who is now 42 years old, has 115 victories, a record 89 of them in the Premier class, and has taken 235 podiums over the years. Speaking at a news conference in Austria, the Italian said it is a very sad moment as he announced that he will retire at the end of the 2021 MotoGP season. So MotoGP action does resume this weekend at the Red Bull Ring with the Styrian Grand Prix. But we're going to be delving deeper into all of our weekend sporting permutations in just a moment, so stick around for that. Right now, let's get into the weather permutations, see what the weekend has in store.
Thanks a lot, G. Yesterday we viewed Nick Lombard's stunning pictures depicting the beauty of the West Coast flowers and shared in the enthusiastic interview Graham and Ryle did with Mike Spies, who often takes tourists to those parts. And SA National Parks has now announced that the West Coast flower season will officially open next week. Pierre Null, acting park manager, says the Postberg section of the park has already opened its gates to the public. Null says the good rains which have fallen should make for an excellent flower viewing season. As we heard from Mike Spies yesterday, visitors should select sunny days to visit the park, and Null says it's advisable to plan visits on a weekday. Over weekends, queues often develop at the gates and there's congestion in the flower viewing areas. Gate times for Postberg are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and for the general park area from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Strict COVID-19 protocols will follow upon entry. For our International City feature, we have taken some inspiration from one of the sunrise images we received as we head to the city and say hi to Shanghai. With a massive population of 24.28 million as of 2019, it is the most populous urban area in China. Originally a fishing village and market town, Shanghai grew in importance in the 19th century due to both domestic and foreign trade and its favorable port location, and is now the world's busiest container port. Shanghai is a global center for finance, research, technology, manufacturing, as well as transportation. Today, the city has a cloudy day forecast ahead, which will reach a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius. When it comes to sunrise submissions, we really do have the best contributors, and that is you, our viewers, of course. And starting us off this morning, Kwanela Sekobi from Port Shepstone, who captured the stunning photo overlooking a valley filled with clouds. And now we said we took our International City inspiration from one of our sunrise photos, and here's the photo that gave us inspiration. May Felicity Puerta shared this stunning morning view from a hot and humid Shanghai. Thank you so much, May Felicity. We appreciate you so much, and we hope you can send us an update on your activities that side and perhaps some more photos too. Now, please do continue to share your beautiful sunrise photos with us on the Expresso Facebook page, and don't forget to share any photos of Namakwaland's flowers if any viewers visit the region over the coming weeks. Let's take a look at the temperatures. I can tell you straight up that some areas forgot that it's winter. Let's take a look at those right now. Polokwane, 9 to 25, quite toasty. Here's the one that forgot. Bombela, 13 to 33 degrees Celsius. Pretoria, 11 to 25. Johannesburg, 10 to 24. Mahikeng, good morning to you, 7 to 27. Klerksdorp, you can expect 5 to 26. Kimberley, 4 to 23 today. Bloemfontein, -1 is where you start, but you're up to 22, so it is looking beautiful. Richards Bay, 15 to 26. Pietermaritzburg, you can expect 9 this morning, but you're up to 26 later. Durban, 15 to 23. Umtata, looking good and beautiful, 6 to 24. East London, 12 to 21. Cradock, you can expect 0 this morning, quite chilly, but you're up to 22. 10 to 19. George, 8 to 17 today. Cape Town, 8 to 19. Worcester, looking gorgeous, 5 to 20. Sutherland, 0 to 15 today. And then Uppington, as always, wrapping with you, 6 to 26 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap-up of your temperatures as well as your weather news. If you have any sunrise photos, let us know as we get ready with our musical guest.
We do get ready, and you know what? It's so much fun in the beauty room because this is where we get to have a lot of fun. Now, I'm joined by multi-platinum award-winning musician Holly Ray. She is taking the South African music industry by storm, and she's also known for her unconventional and bold fashion and makeup choices. And it's so cool that I get to be in the beauty room with her this morning while she does her finishing touches. Holly, it is so good to have you here.
So good to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, well, I love that you just used that
knocking
fun
over.
color. What color was that? Did you have it?
Let me check for you. It was Lola.
Lola for Holly. Oh my goodness, it is so cute. I love it. Great color choice.
Thanks.
I've gone for a little bit more of a nude look, but I love your bright, bold look. What would you say is your go-to makeup looks?
Definitely, I'd say a smoky eye and a winged liner. I think you can't go wrong with a good wing liner. I remember when I was learning how to do wing liner, I used the little sellotape trick.
That's a good trick.
Yeah, it's very good, very helpful if you're a newbie at the wing liner. Love a smoky eye, love a nude eye, and then always a bit of color in my lip.
A bit of color on your lip. And then when it comes to your skin, because I'm looking at you, you have the most incredible skin.
Thank you.
What is your skincare routine?
I'm a very simple girl. I always say I'm a bit of a soap and water kind of girl because I'm very lucky. I have very clear skin. I don't have any sort of acne or pimples, or I just have dry skin. So I moisturize. That's like my biggest tip. I carry face moisturizer in my handbag, and I'm always just moisturizing and trying to keep my skin hydrated. Okay. So I'd say that's my biggest skin tip trick.
Okay. Well, you know what? That is good because especially if you've got good skin, you don't need to use too many many products, and in fact, the simpler your skincare routine is, the better it is actually for your skin.
Exactly.
You're so lucky.
Yeah. Very lucky. Shout out to my parents for the good genes.
Oh, well, there we go. You better stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show, because Holly Ray, she is with us the entire morning. You do know you're going to be in the kitchen, right?
I think I'm going to be everywhere. I think I'm going to be doing everything everywhere today.
Oh, well, we are very excited that you're going to be hanging out with us. And if you are loving the beauty products that you've been seeing, including the lipstick we've been using, it is available at Woolworths. You can shop it safely in-store, online, or on the Woolies app. I feel like I need to touch up my lips now.
Definitely. Go ahead.
Make my day.
Nourish your skin with Ingram's Tissue Oil Enriched Body Care range for 48-hour rich moisture. Ingram's, your skin, your brave.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Time to get excited. The Lions Series champions will be crowned in just one day when the Springboks of the British and Irish Lions take to the field in Cape Town. Will it be Jacques Nienaber or Warren Gatland's team to take victory? It could not be more perfectly poised. Former Springbok captain and Rugby World Cup winner John Smit will be sharing his matchday predictions along with sports journalist Yolulwe Koshe, who now joins us via video call, who's, I'm sure, as starstruck as I am. My producer always teases me when my smile is this wide. But you are here in the flesh, and that is something we appreciate. John, how are you doing, buddy?
So good, yeah. Exciting to be here for the third and final test.
It could not be more perfectly balanced. This has been an amazing tour. I think probably a bit of trepidation coming into this, knowing that the Boks hadn't played Test rugby for the better part of 2 years. From what's been played, how are you feeling about where the Springboks are before we look at the match? How impressed, disappointed, excited are you where they are, looking at how few opportunities they've had to play?
Well, I think it's because of all those things. That's why this Castle Lager series has been probably the most exciting since 1955. That was the last time we went to a third test with the Lions. You know, so and it was difficult to assess how the Boks would come into this because of not playing, and we had, I mean, longest unbeaten.
It's another penalty champion.
We'll take
Ever,
it.
you know?
We'll put it in the bank.
And then knowing full well that the Lions had a lot of game time and they had the franchise games and that kind of thing. So
A lot of form
Yeah,
players,
we got a big side with the SAT, but I think we fired a shot too early. But it's just amazing. That first test we started well, got smashed in the second half with a change of tactic. Then, you know, Jacques and Rassie came with a different tactic the second test, and the physicality came back. But a ding-dong chess battle like I've never seen before. So it's been fantastic.
And this is what the Lions Tour is all about. I've seen you quoted on one of the many promos that have been going out there that this is probably one of the most memorable sporting moments for you. Why is this such a special moment from a Springbok player's perspective to be on a field against these guys?
Well, I've been trying to explain this to many people, and then every time I say, every 12 years, you know, it's difficult. Some guys miss it the entire career, they don't get it. Dwayne just missed out selection in 2009, and he did his ankle 12 years later, missed out on this one. And then I try and explain to people that you can do a whole career and get out, and then guys like Francois and Morné Steyn come and do it twice. You know? So it's just a hell of a difficult thing to do, to be able to, as a Springbok,
The stars have to
get
align,
involved and be at the best of your form at the right time when this 12 cycle comes. So it's harder than a World Cup in terms of participation and having the opportunity.
I mean, we moan about the Olympics coming on every 4 years. I mean, put that in perspective. Yolu, I've got to put it to you. We saw some tactical changes in the previous test that, yes, were forced by injury, but really did work out. What do you make of Franco Mostert being pushed out to the side and Luit coming into the lock position? How are you feeling about where our forwards are going into this one?
Yeah, Graham, look, I think that's probably the best way for us to compensate right now for the loss of not having Dwayne Vermeulen at all this series, and then also having to then lose a player like Peter Steph du Toit, who's been monumental for us in this series, you know, in terms of our physical battle. So the way that Mostert filled in at blindside in that game showed us that he can do it again for us. Luit coming in, hopefully he can have more of the same impact like he had on the bench. You'll have to sustain it for a bit longer, as you don't have much to offer in terms of a lock on the bench. So one of the three locks that will be on the field will have to give us a bit more, and hopefully they'll have enough in the tank to keep us having that momentum over the British and Irish Lions up front with that physicality. So I'm looking forward to see how Mostert goes for a longer period at blindside, but I've got faith that he's got enough quality to help us go through in that battle.
Yeah, I mean, they showed it in that second half. Obviously, missing Faf is a massive blow just because of, you talk about the physicality from the smallest player on the field. He brings it, he brings a level of intensity, but during the World Cup course proved that he's got the pace, he's got, you know, in rotation, absolutely brilliant there. Three forwards, or three backs named in that starting lineup. Damian Willems, just the ultimate utility back. What do you make of that mix, knowing the cards that are at play?
Yeah, I think Damian has been super impressive. He's every single time he's come on, he's changed something. He's brought a bit of magic, and bearing in mind, he's keeping Francis Steyn out because of the impact that he's had and how he's played up until now. So I'm a massive fan of what he's done, and he's just been able to just bring something extra. He's got this energy that brings this sort of youngster that comes on there, fast, physical, great with his feet, got a good kick. You know, he really is a special player to be able to have on the bench, and I think that does give Jacques and Rassie a lot of options in terms of what they can do with their bench. So they've gone between the 6-2 and the 5-3 split quite a bit in this series, and now back to a sort of a 5-3. But I think it's because they're running out of forwards.
Yeah,
so they don't have much choice.
Not by choice, I don't think. In your heart of hearts, brother, how do you see this one playing out?
Look, normally historically, the Lions are always the team that get better as they go because they find each other as a test team. But South Africa, the Springboks have had that opportunity because they were so green and with no match fitness that they were always going to get better and stronger as the test series goes. So now both teams are sort of rising together, and there's been really a roller coaster of on-field and off-field antics that have led to a super hyped final decider, and I think we've got enough. Even with the changes, we've got such a good squad. I think they're by 4.
Yeah, I love that. And there is a sense of self-belief there as well, and the boys seem up for it. The level of physicality, but it's going to be a war of attrition. That match between the Springboks and the British and Irish Lions kicks off at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Whatever you are doing, stop it and watch, connect, #Stronger Together. John, we love you, man. Enjoy reveling in this weekend's action, man. And obviously some great Curry Cup to take it as well, but so good to see you looking happy and a little bit nervous.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
That's what
I
we want.
never got this nervous playing. It's harder to watch.
I feel you, man. That's as far as I've ever gotten, and I feel you. So good to have John here. Yoli will be connecting with you in just a moment. We're going to be talking Olympics, so stick around, buddy.
Oh, now, don't you just love that when you see G looking up at one of his idols, the biggest smile ever. It's like a kid on the playground just watching in awe. But the big man is in the studio. We can't thank him enough. And we're carrying on with some of this goodness. And speaking of goodness, the goodness of baking, which can bring back special memories of friends. And it can even take your taste buds on a culinary adventure to the Caribbean. Now, like the coconut cake we're baking today. Now, but a cake's best friend, of course, is also coffee. So we're going to combine the two with our favorite Nespresso coffee to make a coconut and coffee two-toe. And Yiddish house, Jenny Morris in our building.
Hello, baby.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I thought you were going to say Cake's best friend is Jenny.
It is as well. I must just say, I like how you matched the lip with your top today.
Oh, really? That was purely
It's
by
the
accident.
subtleties that
I
count.
went
I like that.
running and just grabbed the first thing. Now, the first thing I'm going to grab is who's making coffee?
I got a coffee for you, and I'm going to be
Right.
using the Voluto, which is a great medium roast, medium blend. I know this is something that's going to pair perfectly with this, and at the same time, it's also got those sweet biscuity notes. So I think that this is going to be the perfect option for what you got coming.
What I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use some in my little Toto.
Okay.
The band was a band called Toto.
Toto. So not like Toto, the band Tuto, I believe is this one.
Tuto.
Yeah.
Is that Tuto?
Yes.
And you're going to put those Tutos in the bowl.
Tuto's going in the bowl.
I'm not going to touch you, but I'm going to put the eggs in, and I want you to really incorporate them. So give me some muscle.
I'll be working this. Which of these weapons should I utilize?
Darling, you can whip me with the spoon or with this thing. Do what you want.
I'll take the big spoon then.
Oh, yes, you're a stirrer. And while you're stirring and getting that going, I've got some beautiful cinnamon. I've got nutmeg, all those beautiful Caribbean flavors that one loves. And I'm going to mix them into my dry ingredients. We've got the coconut.
Yes.
I love desiccated coconut. And I'm going to mix those first to make sure that they're beautifully incorporated. And then we're going to put the wet things with it and the eggy thing. I'm going to pass this bowl.
The wet things and the eggy things.
The eggy things and the wet things.
So just about this eggy thing, what sort of texture am I looking for here?
Well, you just want them to be beautifully mixed.
Okay, so not too many lumps.
Not too many lumps.
Right,
In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the wet into that.
All right.
And then I'm going to pass the dry to you, and you're going to whip it.
Oh, we're working today,
Should we do that?
hey?
We could do it here, but I'm going to just go a little bit backwards.
All right, go for it.
So this beautiful evaporated milk or ideal milk. And coconut. Coconut milk, delicious. Look at that.
Ooh, so we got some creaminess.
Yes.
We've got some velvety textures.
Oh,
We've
yes.
got some of that
Take the
sweetness
whisk.
coming through as well. We've moved over to the whisk now.
Yes, whisk
Right.
it, whisk it. I'm going to make a little well in the center.
And let us not forget our here ingredient.
Oh, that's going into here.
Is that going in here? I
that's
think
going
it's
into
just
here.
about prepared. I can't help myself, but...
Oh, no, I was going to say, leave me a sip, you beast.
No, I was just going to go for a smile. I can't resist. I'll
Okay.
leave you some for sure.
Yeah, give me.
It's got a beautiful mild roastiness to it as well.
Got a nice head on it too, that lovely foamy topping.
That.
Oh. Give it a good stir now.
Forgot
Stir
to
fast.
keep you a
I don't
sip,
want
by
you
the
to
way.
cook the eggs.
Apologies.
I'm going to smack you. You're going to make me another
Right,
one. Go.
what about it? Keep whisking away.
Go. Yes.
So we've got the beautiful coffee in here. We've got the condensed milk. We've got the ideal milk. We've got the 2 eggs. And what else is in here?
Butter and sugar.
Butter
and it's brown.
and
It's
sugar.
a little bit of both. I love it. With a little bit of brown, a little bit of white.
All the
Stick
good
it in
stuff.
there.
All right. So this is going in here. It's starting to feel nice and smooth.
Yes. Go in the center.
In the center.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. Do you see how well we work together, my darling? Just look at us.
Should do this more often, eh?
More often
What's
than
your plans
not.
for the weekend?
Well, hello, just start stirring. And we go stir, 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 and we just pop it into our pan and then into the oven. And before you know it, you have these, and I've made one for you to taste.
Oh, wow. So most of the work is pretty much in this live action mode of getting everything mixed up together, getting that good consistency. And at the same time, Zanzi, I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling a bit of a burn in the shoulder, so I'm working out your earning this dessert and you want to
yes.
get this inspiration, then you can head over to expressoshow.com right now.
Give it to Mama.
Looks about done. Jenny
It's
Morris
done.
is
And
about
you don't want
place
to
in
over-mix it
tray.
because you,
Okay.
you don't want it to be too tough. And look here. Here it goes. It's a beautiful
that is
mix.
how you start your
Gorgeous.
fried day.
And you pop one in your mouth.
Fast forward into the future, we've got one of these. Let me put the proof in the pudding.
In your mouth. Are you happy, boy?
While I enjoy this magic, see you after the break. Yes, Jenny Morris, well done.
With every cup, we cultivate some of the finest coffee in the world, celebrating farmers as artists, elevating every coffee moment. Because with every cup, precious coffee preserves the beauty of our world. Nespresso, what else?
Deeper I keep it in, the more it grows inside. Chasing your love again, searching for the high. I'm falling deeper, 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 deeper to your love. I'm falling harder, 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 harder than before. I'm falling deeper, 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 deeper to your love. I'm falling harder, 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 harder than before.
But what's the point of looking like Njeke if your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for a gram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, still buzzing from having John Smith here
I
in
can
studio.
Honestly, I feel like I'm quite a third wheel here, but it's
What a
okay.
legend. I'm sure Yolu felt like a bit of a third wheel as well, buddy. I'm sorry that I had to leave you just sitting on your couch. But it's not so often that you have a legend on the couch like that. But, buddy, you're going to have your opportunity now to delve into, obviously, the performances of a number of South Africans. They'll be in action this weekend as the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games draws to a close. First up, we've got Charlene Duprier as she takes to the cycling track. Then Team SA will look for a place in the final of the 4 we just want to finish, actually, the 4 by 400 meter
Please,
final.
don't drop anything.
We just want to finish. Yolu, so good to have you with us, my friend. Thanks for sticking around. Team South Africa, so far as we enter into the final weekend, how are you feeling about our performances? Almost like so close yet so far away?
Yeah, Graham, I don't want to lie to you. It hasn't been our best Olympics, to be honest with you. If you're looking at what we did in Rio, we brought 138 athletes to Rio and we got 10 medals. Now we've got 177 athletes and we've got only 3 medals. And two of them coming from one person. So we could have done a lot better. Questions need to be asked about from SASCOC and how much they are doing for our athletes. Because like you're saying, in some disciplines we're really getting close, but we're not getting to the finish line and getting the rewards, which are the medals. So so far, not so good. And looking into the weekend, not that many good prospects, but we remain hopeful all the time.
Always.
Yeah, we have to be hopeful. In fact, let's start off with a couple of them. In fact, we've got a lovely clash happening, and that would be in athletics in that circuit. Mark Mandal, I think that's great because I've been enjoying walking at the Olympics. I'm not sure about you, Yolo, but Walking is, it's really profound to me. The type of meditation you have to go into to not want to sprint forward and get to the head of the pack. So
it looks like they're sprinting to me.
It does.
It really does.
Walking.
What do you make of Mark Mandel's prospects in the walk?
I mean, you know, like it's been said, you know, that requires a bit of discipline, you know, to control yourself and not sprint. But I mean, you know, we don't have that many options right now, and we're hoping that he can actually do something for the country and do well for us. But to be honest, when you look at the ranking that he has in the world, I think is around 409. So if we're being honest, not too many prospects of a top 3 finish there, but let's hope he can pull the rabbit out the hat.
There's always hope, brother.
Yes, if we can't run, we can walk. Is that not like a saying or something? We're going to do it. In fact, talking about running, there is actually a relay, and we've been hoping that no baton will be dropped.
Yeah, that we'll actually just finish this one. How are you feeling about the drop baton? Because we were a medal hopeful in the 4x100. Are you feeling more positive about the 4x4?
Yeah, look, I was disappointed about the 4x1. Very, very talented young sprinters we have, especially the 2 that were involved in the mishap. You know, Clarence Munyai is our record holder in the 200 meters with 19.69. Maswangani is at a huge season abroad, so a lot was expected of him, and he was our best performing 200-meter runner. But look at our 400 meters, the prospects as well aren't looking that good because, like you said, our poster boy, Wade van Niekerk, he isn't in the best shape at the moment, so it's very, very hard to see who is going to propel that team into, you know, challenging for the medals. But, you know, these type of events, it's all about who shows up, it's the discipline, not about how quick you are. So if the synergy is there, the chemistry goes well, and hopefully we can make things click as well.
The rhythm, the ritma. Gerda Steyn. Now, I've got to say that she is a medal hopeful because everything we have seen her do, she has dominated. She is also just a lovely human being, but she's up for it. She trains only with men. She does about 70 kilometers a day. She surely has to be making you smile just a little bit going into the weekend, man.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people have been, you know, hyping her up as our last remaining medal hopeful. Funny enough, she had just a normal job a couple of years ago, and then she got into the sport, so she's pretty much a late bloomer in it. But she is really, really doing well for herself. Everything about her aura is positive as well. She's very active on social media, really enjoying her time at the Olympics. So she's giving us that aura of belief and hope. And I'm hoping that, you know, she can really do something for us. And bring back a medal, even if a bronze would be great, and it will be huge progress for her because, like I said, she has always been in the sport professionally as well. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing her.
And then won the comrades. Like she's just like got that.
and you know what they say? I mean, the thing is, if you can't sprint it through, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And we've got a marathon coming up, which is great. And that'll be on the 8th of August at about midnight. You've got Stephen Makoka, you've got Desmond Makobu, as well as Alre Galant and that. So we still got some prospects in the marathon.
Yeah, I think the men's marathon team, when you look at the whole package, they are very strong. Lots of experience, and also Elroy Galant, as much as the lack of experience, he's proven himself as the South African champion.
Yeah, when you look at our marathon runners, they always give us, you know, even historically, looking back at previous Olympics, our marathon runners have always been able to put their hand up, you know. The consistency hasn't always been there, but at least, you know, it's just the fact that, you know, there is a track record for them and they train really hard during the year. They compete in a lot of tournaments, both locally and abroad. So SASCOC does seem, if it is SASCOC that's funding the competition, it does really seem like they are investing in them. So we're hoping for a return this coming weekend, and it would be really great to see that.
But there's a certain bank that I think is putting a little bank into that as well.
Yeah.
Buddy, thank you so much, most importantly, for helping us manage our expectations with this one. I think you were gentle, you were calm, you were really kind, so we appreciate it, man. But it's always so great to connect with you, my brother. You're doing a fantastic job. I look forward to looking at your social media exuberance over the weekend, and enjoy the British and Irish Lions tomorrow. It's going to be a treat.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, so after that very, very realistic look at the Olympics this weekend, very real, it's time to get onto the positivity that is a little bit of Friday fitness for you. Stand by.
Yes, of course, everybody. You know what time it is when we're out here on the dance floor, the workout floor. But I get to do something special because obviously it's Women's Month. And as you can see, we've got 3 absolutely beautiful women out here. So I don't have to do much. I'm just going to be on the side because I'm probably the worst dancer ever. And you've got one of the best here right now. So, ladies, let me take it away. So you can carry on with this one.
Oh, well, listen, you're staying because Sneh is here to show us a couple of dance moves as a way of fitness. And we're going to do it to Holly Ray's songs, one of her songs. So before we add music to it, I feel like, Sneh, you need to take us away with the basics, and then we will try our best to follow.
Sneh, but just hang on. You are a dancer, okay, and I'm not. So be kind for me and the rest of the
step by step, hey?
Right, okay.
I mean, it's early in the morning. No one's trying to do the biggest moves. Anyways, join us, guys. It's really simple. So, starting off with that music, you're bending your right knee in, you're going dip, and then you open, and then you dip your left knee in, and then you open again. So your legs are in second, and you're just going in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There we go. And then second step after that, we are gonna go with our right foot. We're going 1, and you're gonna squat down, and then you're gonna go back, and then you're gonna stand straight. So 1, squat down, 2, up. 1 and down, 2, up. And then you're gonna do the other side as well. You repeat the same thing. You go 1, squat down, then you come up. 1, squat down, and then you come up again. So you do that 4 times on either side. And then the last move, literally making it look like you're picking up the biggest weights, right? This is your style. This is your style. This is just for you.
Guys for the boys.
So you're gonna lift one side, you're doing it twice, going on to the other side, 1, 2, and then you're lifting the middle, you're going 3, 4, and then you're giving yourself a kick, boom, to start off your day.
Okay, so the reason I'm wearing my heels for this workout is because when the clubs reopen, I want to like take these dance moves with me. I just won't be able to do the kick in the club.
All right, so Zanzi, I think this is about that time where you can try join in on these dance moves. See if you can, well, you're definitely going to be better than me, but see if you can beat the woman. Have some fun with this. Put the music up on loud.
Let's get the music on.
There we go. We're doing it all together. We're doing the first one 8 times. Let's go. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next move. We say forward dip, back, forward dip, back, forward dip, back, forward dip. Other side. Left, boom. Up, left, boom. Up, left, boom. Up. And then we're doing the last one. Lifting dumbbells. 1, 2, other side, and 1, 2, middle, 1, 2, and kick it. Boom! That was it. You guys got it.
Is this up? Could this make the next music video?
Can we do some choreography? Please, guys, let's do it one more time. Ready?
All right, one more time. Zanzi, join in. Let's do it now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, through the top and then 1, 2, hey! I love the energy. Let's go, guys. Other side and down, up, down, up, down, up, and add your own flavor to it. Come on, hey, give me, hey, hey, middle, 1, 2, and kick. Hey!
Mama, I think I made it. I just got taught how to dance. You're working miracles here this morning.
Thank you. I'm proud of you. Woman against you right now.
Yeah, but honestly, it's so good to see this. It's so good to have so much fun with you this morning. I'm going to be looking forward to all the dance moves on your channel. Obviously, you can follow over there. Thousands of followers, thousands of moves, thousands of inspiration. If you want to learn and get involved in this, what a way to start the morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And don't go anywhere because we've got more with Holly Ray after this.
Would you hold me now? I'm falling deeper, deeper, deeper.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. It's S3. We're live and we are presenting to you somebody who is just phenomenal. In fact, you will be saying to this person in a couple of seconds. Self-taught musician, by the way. Durban-born singer Holly Ray got bitten by the performance bug at a young age after releasing hits like Deeper and You in 2019. She made history as the first woman since 1999 to win a SAMA for Record of the Year. Yo!
And she's just released her second EP called Unconditional, which is an expression of an artistly fully coming into her own. Now, she's joining us this morning, if you haven't noticed just yet. She's here to tell us a little bit more about a massive, EP that's coming out.
Yeah.
And of course, can we give her a warm Expresso welcome?
A proper one now.
Here we go.
Holly Ray!
You guys have really put me to the test this morning, I must say.
I know.
Got to put makeup on camera. I've done some dancing. I think we've got some other...
Just wait till you get into the kitchen.
Yeah, I think there's some other tricks in the bag from the Expresso team this morning.
We don't see you often, so we have to put you to work.
Yeah, I see. I mustn't come for a while again. I think that's going to be the trick.
Well, let's talk about that. The last time you were here was at the start of last year, just before the Met. And then obviously a lot has happened since last year, February.
Yeah.
How have you managed to, just keep your head above water during this whole pandemic?
I think that the most important thing for me is being family. And I think it sounds so cheesy, like, oh, my family, my friends. But it's so true. Like, that's, I think, what's got everyone through this time is the people that are really important and people that feed your soul and, motivate you. And my family's been a very big part of that. I spent so much time with them during this sort of lockdown and this COVID period. And then also just music. Making music, getting into studio, creating, putting my heart and soul and my feelings into tracks. And that's really kept me going and kept me motivated during this time.
So during that downtime, the creative process, it's kind of a make or break. You can either use the time to say, I can actually take stock now and almost redefine myself or perhaps rebrand myself. A lot of people have done that. Others haven't been so inspired, but I can hear you've been the creative side. So you've been cooking in your kitchen, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I think it's been a little bit, it has been difficult.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like I went into lockdown and I was like churning stuff out. Usually in the time that I had in lockdown, in a normal situation, I would have produced 20 tracks.
Yes.
But I think I decided to really focus on the music and invest more time and energy into each song. And it was really important for me to do that because it reminded me of when I was an upcoming artist and I had more time to put into the music. Because I think once you make it, you get caught in the hype and you're traveling and you don't get to spend so much time on the music making process. So it felt really good and it took me back to what I love about music and just reminded me, I think, who I am as an artist.
I think it's so important because I think that is the beauty of what we take out of this time period is like it made us focus on what's important and cut out all of those distractions. Now let's talk about your single that has dropped, and this is the one with where you collaborated with Mr. Lou and MSK. The song is called Spend My Time. What was it like for you to be able to, tap into the Amapiano music?
It was interesting, I think, because Amapiano is so big at the moment, and I never want to do something like just jump on a trend and do something that isn't true to who I am. So, when I jumped into studio and they played the little elements, I thought it was the perfect combination of a Holly Ray song with the modern elements of Amapiano. So it was very fun. I had so much fun in studio working with them as well. We just laughed so much.
So with regard to Amapiano and that expression as well, I mean, you use your platform for good, and I believe you've become quite an advocate for diabetes as well, using this particular platform, which is quite powerful. I think people need to hear it from people like you. I mean, somebody you can listen to and also shares maybe a bit of your strife and shares that is quite powerful. What was the driving force behind being somebody who's an advocate for diabetes?
I think I've always, spoken about it. I've always been very open about my diabetes, but I never really posted about it. If people ask me, I'll be like, yes, I'm a diabetic. But then when COVID hit and I saw how many diabetics were passing away, and then how much misinformation about diabetes was being put out into the world and how scared diabetics were feeling, I realized that actually we need someone who has a voice and has the reach to connect with diabetics and say it's going to be okay. I'm also going through the same things. It's also okay to have bad days. Nobody's perfect, and I think that's. And the more I opened up and the response I got from people, and people messaged me saying thank you, and also people without diabetes saying like, I have this illness, and hearing you speak about it makes me feel so much better about it. Like I'm fine. I'm going to be okay. And I just carried on sharing and sharing, and it's just been the most uplifting experience for me as well, as a diabetic, to feel like I'm not alone and to be reminded that there are other people out there who also have diabetes just like me.
That's beautiful, really. I mean, that vulnerability and authenticity is the most important thing.
Yeah, I think so as
Wow.
well.
Well, listen, I can't wait to hear some of the tracks from Unconditional. I can't wait to hear you perform on our Feel Good Breakfast show. Holly Ray is here and she's going to be hanging out with us the entire morning, so don't go anywhere. And if you want to connect with us, you can head on over to our social media pages at Expresso Show.
Okay, yes, I'm still buzzing that John Smith is here. We're going to sit down with him again to talk about an incredible initiative that he's part of with our National Blood Service, doing some amazing work there. But of course, in a broader scope right now, being Women's Month, we are focusing on the incredible South African women that we are so privileged to have fighting on behalf of our country, on behalf of our families, on behalf of all women. And we had asked you guys this morning to tell us about the woman that means the world to you and why.
Yeah, gee, I was thinking about this earlier, and the list in my mind just went on and on and on. But let's see what Mzansi has to say. And of course, they are definitely coming through with something special. We've got Kamogelo Kami Ditabo saying, my sister is inspirational and is a selfless woman who is full of love and compassion. That's Lesedi Ditabo. So big shout out to that love over there. Then we've got Sanette van Rooyen as well. Says, the person who inspires me the most is my mother-in-law, Valerie Tommy. She's an ambitious, courageous, strong, extraordinary person. Her strong characteristic skills makes her a phenomenal woman. She's a good motivator and always teaches me to never give up. Her godly principles that she teaches me had a great impact in my daily life.
I absolutely love that. The key words, compassion and selflessness.
Yes.
And I think that has been the backbone of what has taken our country to where we are right now. We owe so many of the freedoms that we get to enjoy right now to the phenomenal South African women. So take that opportunity right now. We should be doing it every day.
Yes.
But take that opportunity right now to thank and appreciate the amazing woman in your world, in your life. Well, in just a moment, we're going to be chatting to John Smith and getting to the bottom of...
So
I know, man. And even my producer's teasing me about my smile this morning, but we're going to be getting into an initiative with the South African National Blood Service that you need to hear about, so stick around.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome to Expresso. If you just stepped in, it is on S3, of course. Now, we are back with former Springbok captain and Rugby World Cup winner John Smith. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Perfect. Just checking. Now, he has partnered with the South African National Blood Service in an effort to encourage South Africans to channel their love and passion for rugby and donate blood to help save lives. And I love this initiative. Now, John is standing by alongside marketing manager of Castle Lager, Speer Vudla, and to tell us a bit more about this campaign called #InOurBlood. It is going to be a powerful one, so stick around for that. First and foremost, welcome, gents. Good morning. Welcome, Spear. Sorry, you've just walked into it. A little earlier, John and Graham had a sport insert as well. So you and I are effectively third wheels.
That part.
Yeah. It's okay.
All are welcome.
We're going to survive.
I hope
We allow the man crush mode.
You must be used to it by now, unfortunately, you know. You're going to start making it a little bit awkward.
I think they're jealous of our connection.
You know, that's what I'm saying. But you don't realise, because I've grown, I'm like a product of 95, like so many young South Africans at that particular time, but I've had a front row seat, courtesy of this wonderful career, to watch you through your entire career. And I think for me, what blows, and I saw it with Jean as well, it's this selfless devotion to the game. And I think that's something that really just deserves absolute commendation. What is the passion that drives you now? What gets you excited, bro?
Yeah, I think that's the tough thing for sports people, is to find a purpose and be able to turn the page and get another chapter. And it's so, you know, when you're playing, the worst thing to think about is when someone says, what do you do after rugby? Because you don't ever want to stop. So, but if you don't answer that question and you don't find purpose after what you do in a sporting world, it's quite difficult to find that purpose. So, you know, I've been very fortunate to fall into business. My first job was with the Sharks. Now I work at SSG Holdings in the security, cleaning and facilities business. And it's a massive responsibility. I've got a team there that functions almost quite like a rugby team as well. And outside of that, you get a chance to stress and watch the Springboks, and you also get a chance to do things. You get a chance to do cool things for foundations and charities, and this one that I think that Castle Lager has started is something really cool. I donated blood involuntarily for 111 tests. But now I thought, let's do something more official.
Let's give back,
Yeah, we've seen it from your eye, actually. I don't know if they're going to catch it, but it's crazy. Spare, just from your side, this is a fantastic initiative. It's also quite unique, and you've got some really great people behind it, like John. But the thing is, from your perspective, from Castle Lager's perspective, in our blood, SANBS teaming up with them, we know there's a massive blood shortage in South Africa.
Yeah, well, like
but
2 or 3 days away from that threshold. Yeah.
It's tough.
That's really where we started, right? Under 2-day supply of blood at the beginning of the In Our Blood campaign. And so, you know, as Castle, national sponsor of, you know, the Springboks, the Castle Lion series, we sought to say, let's take the passion that's in our blood and let's actually have it save lives. And so we actually are really happy to report a 23% increase in blood donations year on year throughout particularly the month of June, which is National Blood Donor Month. Great. And as you can see, we took our iconic Castle Red and we actually changed it for this iconic limited edition jersey into the actual color of blood. This is what the average South African blood looks like. And so it's literally in our blood, and now we wear it on our backs with pride.
It's pretty much how your jersey looked.
When Bear showed me this and he told me the cool story about the red, I was like, there should be a little bit of dirt and mixed into
Touch of mud,
I'm sure you have so many organisations, all that deserve the platform knocking on your door. Why SANBS? Why this campaign for your personal investment?
Well, I think it's one of those things where you always think this something will never happen to me or my family, and when it does, and I suppose I'm O negative, so I've got blood that actually can help a lot of people. My wife is religious. She goes and she always makes me feel bad, and so it's just it's one of those things where we all think we're okay until we're not okay, and the SANBS is an organisation that helps us become okay again. And if we don't do something, there's people out there that have got kids and emergencies that need us, and it's like insurance. Just help out where you can.
Yeah, and I think we all want to do something. This is an easy way, an accessible way to do something,
Indeed. So Spare, obviously with the campaign, I think people are watching. They're watching you. John is just donating as well. So I think we're quite inspired. And I think it's kind of one of those World Cup winning moments. I think it's got that same sort of grandeur. If you donate blood, you're saving lives, you're carrying the country. So how do we step forward and get involved in the campaign?
I think it's really, really important for people not just start, but to really commit to making it a normal part of their lives. South African National Blood Service really does have offices and activations all around the country. Really important to get onto their social media platforms. Of course, follow #InOurBlood. We've got some amazing stuff there happening. We've actually done a limited edition 500ml Castle can for the Castle Lion series, literally in the same color and in the same motif with the same story. So we're really wanting people to get out there, do the right thing, to build this nation, move us forward, but also have amazing moments in this Castle Lion series final around our beer.
Can I first or lastly say thank you for bringing us this tour, buddy. Thank you so much. It's been a lean year and a half, man. I've enjoyed watching the 53rd edition of the Currie Cup over the last 2 years, but it is good to have Test rugby and to have the stage set as it is. So I'm going to say again to you, John, enjoy it, man. Soak up every second, and I hope your nerves can handle tomorrow night.
At least we can actually drink Castle again.
Yes, exactly. Well done for that as well.
Thank you,
but I think moreover, thank you for driving this narrative. It's a way that every South African can literally take care of their fellow countrymen and save lives. So we'll keep those details on how people can support you, and I'm going to make it a regular thing. I might not be able to donate quite as much as you, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. You obviously can look onto all of our social media platforms, follow the details. We'll be driving this as much as we can, an opportunity for every South African out there to literally save a life.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's 7:01. Let's look at those national headlines. Beaches north of Umgeni River up the Salt Rock on the KZN North Coast remain closed as a precautionary measure after the spill that occurred when a chemical warehouse in Kunubia was torched during the recent unrest. This as dead fish have washed up on the beaches of Umhlanga and Umhloti, prompting a warning from eThekwini municipality for bathers and fishermen to refrain from all recreational activities, including fishing or surfing, swimming, bait collection, or picking up dead species. And President Cyril Ramaphosa last night announced a series of cabinet changes, including replacing Finance Minister Tito Mboweni with Enoch Godongwana after Mboweni had requested to be relieved of his duties. Speaker Thandi Modisa replaces Nosisiwe Mapiza Nkakula as Minister of Defence, and Joe Pahla was promoted from Deputy to Minister of Health. The President placed the responsibilities and the functions of the Department of State Security in the hands of the Presidency and appointed Dr. Sydney Mufamadi as National Security Advisor to address shortcomings in the security departments. And now moving to news abroad, Iran's new president, Ibrahim Raisi, was yesterday sworn into office following his election victory in June. Raisi, a hardline cleric, succeeds Hassan Rouhani, seen in the West as a relative moderate. It comes at a time of growing challenges for Iran, whose economy has been crippled by US-led sanctions. Raisi said after being sworn in that he would support any diplomatic plans to lift sanctions. Meanwhile, America has called on Iran's new president to return to talks on reviving a historic nuclear deal. And rebels from Ethiopia's northern Tigray region have captured the town of Lalibela, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the neighboring Amhara region. Lalibela, home to 13th century churches hewn from rock, is a holy site for millions of Orthodox Christians. There are 11 medieval monolithic cave churches carved out of rock dating from the 12th and 13th centuries. They were built as a substitute for pilgrimages to the Holy Land, which has unreachable at the time. There is widespread concern that this World Heritage Site will not be left untouched. And during the recent unrest, many animal welfare groups, mostly volunteer-run, were forced to stop their work for safety reasons and shut their shelter and kennel doors. They soon began running low on pet food and veterinary medicines. Fortunately, help was at hand. The Humane Society International donated 22 tons of pet food to the animal welfare organizations in Durban and Johannesburg. HSI Africa's spokesperson Marisol Gutierrez said every rescue group they contacted as part of the local needs assessment had suspended operations and was critically low on pet food. One hadn't been able to conduct its weekly untouched activities, outreach activities rather, for the first time in 6 years because of the violence. Gutierrez said they wanted to help them to back on track and as soon as possible. She added, and I quote, "Where there are socioeconomic hardships in communities, these are greatly amplified for animals, and this includes hunger. Man's best friend is sure to appreciate this very kind human intervention." Well, on that happy note, that's where I leave your morning headlines for now. Here's another look at your sport with Graham.
Well, after the rugby focus this morning, let's cast a wider scope now and start with the Olympics. South Africa's Kyle Blichnout, he finished sixth in the men's shot put final at the Tokyo Olympics yesterday. A third-round throw of 21 meters by the 21-year-old secured a sixth-place finish. Ryan Krause of America set a new Olympic record to win gold with a best of 23.30 meters. That was in his sixth and final effort. Krause was just 7 centimeters off his world record that he set in June. And staying in Tokyo, South Africa's Michael McGlynn finished 8th in the Olympic 10-kilometer marathon swim at Odaiba Marine Park in Tokyo. The 21-year-old produced South Africa's best swim in this event to date with his top 10 finish. Germany's Florian Wellbrock claiming the gold medal, with Hungarian Krzysztof Rasowski taking silver, and then Italy's Gregorio Poltanieri claiming the bronze. Then back to rugby. Of course, the mouth-watering clash between the Springboks and the British and Irish Lions is upon us in the Lions Series decider at the Cape Town Stadium tomorrow. Damian de Allende will reach a career milestone of 50 test caps when he takes to the field in the match. Of course, because of injury, Bok head coach Jacques Nenaba has made only 3 changes to his starting team. That's for the clash. And the Lions head coach Warren Gatland, he's made 6 changes to his side. The 3-match series remains 1-1 after both teams recorded a win. The third and final match between South Africa and the British-Irish Lions will kick off at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Then on a franchise level, Currie Cup action continues this weekend with 3 exciting fixtures, including a top-of-the-table clash. But of course, the Lions will be heading to Kimberley to take on a very confident Griquas side. The match to watch will see the Sharks up against the Bulls as they battle for that top spot. And the fact the teams decided to switch the venue from Johannesburg to Durban after the Durbanites had to miss out on a number of home games that were cancelled due to the unrest in KwaZulu-Natal. That final match this weekend will then see Western Province playing host to bottom of the log, a wounded beast in the form of the Cheetahs in Cape Town. And we round off on, well, a heartbreaking note for motorsport fans. Italian motorcycling veteran and 7-time MotoGP world champion, he has no peer really, Valentino Rossi has announced his retirement from the sport. The doctor, who is now 42 years old, has 115 victories, a record 89 of them in the Premier class, and has taken 235 podiums over the years. Speaking at a news conference in Austria, the Italian said it's a very sad moment as he announced that he will retire at the end of 2021. That MotoGP action will resume this weekend at the Red Bull Ring with a very exciting Styrian Grand Prix. We'll touch on those headlines again in an hour or so. Right now, let's see what the weather has in store.
Thanks a lot, G. Let's take a look at the weather news, and starting off with a new study that shows that the percentage of the global population at risk from flooding, the environmental disaster that impacts more people than any other on Earth, has risen by almost a quarter since the year 2000. The study says that by 2030, millions more people, more people will experience increased flooding due to climate and demographic change. And this view has indeed echoed around the world in recent weeks, with huge inundations destroying lives and property in countries such as Germany, China, India, and several more. Between 2000 and 2018, some 290 million people were directly affected by more than 900 large floods, a number that has currently increased by almost 25%. The study says that by 2030, there will be an extra 25 countries experiencing increasing floods. Countries with increased flood exposure were mainly in Asia and sub-Saharan Africa. The study has been published in the journal Nature. Now, earlier we reported on the Tigray region in Ethiopia, which inspired us to find out a little more about the country. So your 7 a.m. update, we head to the capital as well as the largest city in the country of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Now, the city lies at the foot of Mount Entoto and has a subtropical highland climate with precipitation varying considerably by month. The short rainy season is from February to May, and during this time, the difference between daytime maximum temperatures and evening minimum temperatures is not as great as other times of the year. The city can expect a stray morning shower with the rest of the day mostly partly cloudy conditions, reaching a mild maximum of 21 degrees Celsius. Now, when it comes to sunrise submissions, we really do have the best contributors. That is you, of course. And kicking us off for our 7 a.m. update, Mondi Sewela, who didn't share her location when sending through this beautiful picture of the sky scattered with hues of soft pink, purple, and blue. No matter where that is, we want to be there. Now, Rina Vassan also stepped in from East London, also sending this photo filled with warm tones as the sun rises in the distance over this residential area. Please do continue to share your beautiful beautiful sunrise photos with us on the Expresso Facebook page. And don't forget to share any photos of the Namakwaland flowers if any viewers visit the region over the coming weeks. On to the temperatures to give you an idea what to wear today. Let's go to Polokwane first. 9 is your minimum to a high of 25 degrees Celsius. Bombela has forgotten its winter. 33 degrees Celsius is the maximum, and that's from a low of 13. Pretoria looking good, 11 to 25. Johannesburg, good morning to you, 10 to 24. Maya King looking gorgeous today, 27 is your high from a low of 7. Klerksdorp, 5 to 26. Kimberley, 4 to 23 degrees Celsius. Bloemfontein, -1 is where you start, but 22 later. Richards Bay, 15 to 26. Pietermaritzburg, 9, and you're up to 26 later as well. Durban, 15 to 23. Mthatha, you can expect 6 this morning, but you rise to 24. East London, 12 to 21 today. Cradock, 0, and you're up to 22. Gqeberha, 10 to 19. George, 17 is the max from a minimum of 8. Cape Town, 8 to 19 today. Worcester, 5 to 20. Sutherland, 0 to just 15 degrees as your maximum. And Uppington wrapping with you, 26 is the high from a low of 6. Thank you so much for sending in the sunrise photos. Please keep it coming. And remember the Namakwaland flowers. We love to see those pics as well if you have been there. But let's jump onto something so powerful and so sweet as well from Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Now, over the past few weeks, Cadbury Dairy Milk set out to ignite the generosity found in all South Africans with their hashtag In Our Own Words initiative. And this was aimed to inspire really a love for reading amongst children across the country by making books in their home language more accessible. And we've been loving this feature.
We have, and today we are joined by Yandiswa Kaza, Nalibali CEO, and Alanta Moodley, category brand manager at Cadbury Dairy Milk, who have been working hard to bring this initiative to life. They are here to thank everyone who took the time to translate their words and give us an update on what we're all achieved together. Good morning, ladies.
Hello, good morning.
Let me tell you, we've been loving it, like I said. But Alanta, maybe I'll start with you. I mean, we've been translating, like I said, our words and have seen incredible feedback from the public. Now, based on the response, this initiative truly addresses a South African need. What are some of the highlights that Cadbury Dairy Milk and Nalibali and the public have achieved together?
So firstly, before I get into the detail, I'd just like to extend a huge thank you to everyone who has participated in translating words into the many beautiful South African languages that we have. You know, we've received such wonderful participation and many messages from people who have translated in various different languages, and also those who actually don't speak many languages who want to learn to speak other languages. We've had wonderful reception from people across South Africa. So I think Cadbury Dairy Milk really is rooted in generosity, and that generous intent of South Africans is actually something that really came to the fore, which made this entire campaign and putting together the stories that much more beautiful. So, you know, we're thrilled to actually say so far that together with Nalibali, we've almost finished writing about 500 different stories already, and we've received over 7,000 different translations. So, yeah, we've seen some beautiful stories come to life, which I'm sure I'll get to tell you a little bit more about.
That is exciting. Over 7,000 translations. That's incredible. Now, Yandiswa, I wanted to know from you, what has this process been like for your authors involved in this initiative?
Well, it's been incredibly fun, but for the authors involved in the process, it's been exciting. It's been refreshing, right? Because they're responding to a different brief than the usual, you know, that they are used to. So they've had to stretch themselves. They've had to think out of the box.
And I got to speak to Mabel just last week, and she was so exciting, just sharing her part of this journey as well. And like I said, you know, you set out to ignite a love for reading among South Africa's youth, which is going to be, you know, a long process. It's not going to happen overnight. But what are some of the public stories that have stood out to you, Alanta?
Oh, there's actually so many that I've reviewed. I think, you know, the stories I think that stood out for me most were the ones that really related back to home. I think the beauty of this campaign is that Nalibali authors and illustrators have really gone out of their way to create very localized stories. So there's stories about our, you know, African animals. There's stories about, you know, the cities that we know and that we live in. So stories set in Soweto, in Johannesburg, in Cape Town. And I think what that does is that it it really brings you back to home and it gives you a sense of familiarity, which is what I think is so important for children to resonate with what they're learning and to understand the stories. And it really does also help generate a sense of imagination, which is really what improves literacy.
Well, that is very exciting. I wanted to know from you, Yandiswa, what have been some of the highlights for you and even the authors that's experienced, that was part of this entire process?
Some of the highlights range from just the freedom of artistic expression, the excitement of having their piece of work published, right, on unusual platforms and being consumed by a different audience than what they are used to have. The opportunity to write a children's story in your own language has also been a huge highlight for authors. It's very rare. Often the stories have to be written in English first and then get translated to other African languages, but this time was different. And that was certainly one of the big highlights.
We love that. And I also believe that you're very close to having 500 stories written, but this is a 3-year initiative. What else can the public look forward to, and how can they still be involved with us, Alanta?
Oh, the public has lots to look forward to. Like you've mentioned, this is really not the end for us. We're actually committed to writing 1,500 stories by 2023. So, in the coming months, also in the coming years, there's going to be multiple opportunities for people to get involved and really help make this a reality. This is not just about stories. This is about empowering little children to become better and to have a better education and have a brighter future. So I think a little cherry on the top for us as well is that we're also expanding this initiative into broader Africa. So this initiative is going to go beyond our borders. We can see a much larger impact coming out from this.
Well, you've definitely got a big project ahead and a very exciting one. Yandiswa, I just wanted to know from you in closing, what do you hope this initiative will encourage in all South Africans?
To read. So that's like our main objective. I really hope that anyone who finds these stories and reads them can identify with the characters and the context within which these characters find themselves, right? And really to appreciate the linguistic prowess and to instill a lifelong interest in words and in books. And that's really what we hope for.
Well, ladies, like you said, it's not over, it's only the beginning. And I know you came to say thank you to us and thank you to Mzansi, but we also want to say thank you to you guys for taking the time this morning to connect with us, but also for getting involved in this initiative. It means so much to us, for us all to be a part of this. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There we go, and we'd like to extend a huge thank you to everyone who participated, whether you generously translated words or shared this initiative with family and friends. It has all helped to make more enchanting African language tales available to children in their own language.
Of course, you can still visit cadbury.co.za and at Cadbury Dairy Milk SA on Facebook or at Cadbury_SA on Twitter and Instagram to start enjoying these stories with your loved ones, and also to keep your eyes open for more ways to get involved.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's that time. You know that time when we celebrate you? It's this time. As you can see, they're dancing for you because it's your birthday. Let's celebrate.
Happy birthday. Have a happy birthday. Happy birthday. A very happy birthday to you.
Okay, ridiculous dances out the way.
No, not out the way. What are you doing? We're just getting started.
Of course, it's that time of the day we wish you, our viewers, a very, 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 very happy birthday. It's Friday, to say the least. It's the start of the weekend, and we're starting off with Uncle Nasip, Ayan, Fermi, Shagon, Adams, and Vega, all celebrating beautiful birthdays today.
Happy birthday, man. Okay, don't forget that you guys are honestly individually lekker. Like, let's not forget that. Also, we have something very special. I want to actually watch these people dance. It's important. Here we go.
Happy birthday, Uncle Sippy. All the way from Rochester. Hope you enjoy your day. Happy birthday to you.
Hello, cutie. Hello, cutie.
Happy birthday.
Oh, and then the legs are going. You.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1 for 1.
Birthday, Mamacita. Birthday to you.
Dedicated TikTok sent on your birthday. How cool is that?
I love it. I love the whole cheerleader vibe. Absolutely awesome. You're all amazing. Some really cute birthday dedications coming through. So happy birthday to all of you. But from outside, a couple of our family members, some heroes, superheroes behind the scenes, people that we love and care about are celebrating their birthday. Can we get a resounding cheer for Cindy and Vardy?
Vardy. That's what he looks like.
Vardy.
Did you just see it? Hey?
So Vardy is the voice in our heads every day. Makes us think we're a little bit crazy.
Just a test.
But he's so good at what he does, and we absolutely love him. He's such a good mate, man. Vardy, happy birthday, buddy. Cindy, we love you. Happy birthday as well.
Look at that. I mean, and also now you see what Vardy is. You see who's talking to us. He clearly has a face for TV, as you can see. And last but certainly not least, we would also like to do a little special friend of the show's birthday. This person, I honestly thought that it was fake news. But this is a real person.
This is
I'm
the
excited
guy.
about this one. Please,
He's
I
the
wanna watch
OG.
this. Is this Brad Brown?
Brad Brown is
Brad Brown! Oh my God! Brad Brown!
Brad, happy birthday. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
We are so happy that we finally get to chat to you.
You're real.
See you in real life. We thought you were a myth. You're real. Something of folklore. But, can you believe it? Here in the flesh. Well, the Zoom flesh, let's say.
Oh, man. So, a happy belated birthday. How was your birthday? What did you get up to?
Working.
Oh, good man.
Just working. Is that it? What do you do?
I'm a trading manager.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
All right, a few words.
Yeah, it's
Until
fine.
it gets to social media, man, we've got to say thank you, but you are like the biggest supporter of our show. I think you've been involved in every tweet, every post that has ever gone out on the show, and we love the fact that you are so passionately invested in our show. So we are sending some of that love right back at you, buddy. Happy birthday, my friend. We love you, dude.
Thanks for being a part of the family.
Thank you, guys.
Oh,
thank you so much. Honestly, you spoke so much right now, Brad. Just we couldn't get a word in.
Yeah.
Wow. But happy birthday.
He's just trying to look all suave, trying to be all sexy on that birthday. I see you.
Oh, man, but you look good, man. You look good. Well, if you want to send through a birthday dedication, we'd love to get it. We'd also love to see you dance, and you maybe could win yourself 500 Rand in the process. WhatsApp your dance birthday videos to 0716406551. We'd love to play it to the world.
Indeed. And do you know what, Brad? You need some cupcakes. So your cousin Zoe Brown is going to make you classic vanilla cupcakes, just for you.
Well, Well, listen, we are in the kitchen. I just want to say from myself to Brad Brown, happy birthday. And of course, Jenny Morris is in the kitchen, and we're about to make some delicious vanilla cupcakes for birthday celebrations. And you've got someone dear to you also celebrating a birthday.
My best friend, Wendy Berg. I mean, she had her 60, she doesn't look 61, let me tell you. She looks like she's 21, seriously. And so I'm going to give her one of those cupcakes.
Okay, well, we are making this for your best friend, Wendy,
yes.
of course. So, Jenny, I'm very excited because we're going to be using our Clover Classic custard. And, of course, it is going to be delicious. That's what I'm going to guarantee you. So, what are we starting off with?
So, I've just started off with some lovely caster sugar. I like caster sugar because it goes very, very quickly.
I love how you broke the egg there.
Oh, hello, darling. These eggs are petrified of me. I'll just smack their little egg bottoms. Look at me. And then I'm going to just give this a good old one of those and get this all mixed beautifully. You know what I like about this? It just happens. It just happens. So
I
now
like
this
those
is
easy
ready.
recipes.
Yes. Just so. I'm going to quickly get that going, then I'm going to let you do that because I need to watch you, Zoe.
Okay, because making the glaze, we're obviously going to be using our Clover Classic, and we're going to be focusing on the vanilla flavor. There are a bunch of flavors, but what's amazing is this has got a smooth and creamy texture, and the Clover Classic Dairy snack it is smooth, it is delicious, it is creamy, and you can literally add it to different flavors in addition to the recipe, though this vanilla one is the one we're going to be using because it has that classic timeless taste.
So, darling, I'm getting all the little wet things, and we're using melted butter. I like that because there's no whipping and creaming and that kind of thing. And then we're going to add
all of our dry ingredients.
All of our dry ingredients to this, and it's been sifted, so we don't have to worry about it. And I always like to put my baking powder last. Okay.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, because it activates, and if you talk too much and you're too slow, what can happen is it starts rising to the occasion.
A bit too early.
A little bit too early, oh yes, well. So, sweetheart, I want you to take 2 lovely big heap spoons of our lovely Clover Classic.
Our Clover Classic? There we go. 2 big spoons.
There you go. And then start stirring it in from the center. Like me, look here, I'm going to go from the center and work my way out because it's a nice way to incorporate. And some people say go in one direction. Well, you know, I'm one of those girls, I'm all over the place.
You're all over. Okay, so we're not going to follow one direction. We'll go in multiple directions.
And then we're going to just pop these into our little muffin tins with these pretty little cases.
I had no idea you can use yogurt to make a icing glaze.
You can do anything, darling. You can do anything with. Do you call it yogurt? I call it yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yeah, that's coming from the UK, you know. They kept criticising me. I said, I'm a South African, stop trying to change me. They said, no, you must call it yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the range, the Clover Classic range, you can use it in sweet, you can use it in savoury. That makes me very excited.
I know. Okay, so this is a beautiful glaze, if I may say so myself.
And I'm going to just pop these in. Now, what you want to do is you just want to put it 3/4 of the way up, okay? Look at that, because it needs space to rise to the occasion. Now, what I want you to do very quickly is, because I know you're a greedy girl like me, although we said it for Wendy Berg, she's not getting that one, we're going to eat them. I want you to now just decorate.
Okay.
The top, you're going to just go, yes.
So with the glaze, how much?
Drizzle.
Be drizzling.
It's your cake. You can have as much glaze as you want.
I love glaze.
Yes, and then let's just do it. It finds its path.
Let it do its own thing.
Yes.
There we go.
So I'm going to have one of those, and there you go. So, Wendy, just look.
That is beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
So simplistic. Yes. So we'll pop these cupcakes into the oven for about 20 minutes.
15 to 20.
15 to 20 minutes. I love this. And if you want to get your hands on this delicious recipe, we have it available for you on expressoshow.com. It's made with love, and of course that recipe is on expressoshow.com. And along with a tasty glaze, you can also make to go with these cupcakes. But stay tuned as we will battle it out with our Who Did It Best cupcake decorating skills a little bit later, where we're going to put our guest artist Holly Ray in the kitchen, so you do not want to miss out on that. I think that's going to be quite fun to do a little bit of a decorating off, if we can pull it that way.
Decorating off, indeed.
Okay, well, I'm going to add some berries, and we'll make sure that Wendy gets one of these delicious cupcakes.
Oh, yes.
There we go. expressoshow.com.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judy.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic. A classic classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to what has been a thoroughly lovely and engaging and inspired show this morning. So let's continue on that tip right now. We are loving our thought-provoking skin sessions with Ingrams. On Tuesday, we delved into another brave conversation with Raul, sat beside me right now, and another amazing human being, actor Muzi Mtabela, about the importance of embracing our own definitions of modern masculinity. Was a great chat, sparked a lot of kind of internal monologue for me, and maybe it's because I've got a boy and I'm kind of thinking a lot about that, but it really was so cool to be able to talk openly and honestly and to see how far the idea of not just toxic masculinity has gone, but rather the positive side of that conversation.
Yeah, very true, Jen. Just in terms of what it means to be a man, I know the conversation we had with Muzi was so inspiring. Seeing someone that has kids as well and has a family and is imploring this positivity when it comes to being a man. But for me, the conversation almost went deeper than that. Yeah. Beyond just being a man, it was about being a human being and respecting everybody within that concept. But the narrative's changed, and I think it's so great to have these conversations. The fact that we're having gentlemen, and having this with the rest of Mzansi as well is exactly what we need. And this is part of redefining that. And I think this is exactly the start of something great, man. Yeah. So we asked you, obviously, as well, to join in on the brave conversation. And you shared some incredible stories about the ways you and yourselves have embraced modern masculinity, the hot topic right now. And here's what some of you had to say.
Yeah, Pele Tando weighed in with this by expressing my feelings of vulnerability and treating all God's beings with respect by starting to teach my kids that there are no gender-specific chores at home and the workplace, to respect other people's life choices, preferences, and space. And we as humans must learn to drink lots of water, mind our business, and always be kind. Hashtag your skin, your brave. Love that.
Summary. I love the fact that we're talking about respect, which above all else I think is such a high...
Start with that. Let someone kind of whittle that away, but start by giving people respect.
But again, I like the practical examples being used here. Yeah. Chores in the household, that's where it starts, at home. Completely. It's those patterns we develop that can potentially create something toxic or something new, fresh, and shared, which I absolutely love.
You cook, you clean, go boy. Yeah. No, 100%. I absolutely love that. Yeah.
We've got another one from Krishan Naika and says, find strength through caring for his loved ones. Now he's talking about the modern day man here, and definitely being strong and brave when dealing with my mum's cancer. cancer lifestyle. Now, she's dealing with a lot, and just being there for her gives me the strength and courage to deal with life's challenges as well. And at the same time, taking care of myself. Hashtag your skin, your brave.
Well, Christian, sending you lots of love and positivity. Clearly, your family is going through a huge amount, but it's amazing how much strength that you can draw from when you need to, and it sounds like he's had to step up in a big way. Moroka inspired us with her answer. Raising boys has taught me to never use the phrase man up and be a man. Instead, I encourage my kids to actively listen to and engage with people in order to further their own goals. This is how I embrace modern masculinity. And she is giving them such an advantage in life to be able to connect with people in that way. These are life skills that are going to help them so much as they become older. It's not just about how you feel, but it's about how you make others around you feel.
And then engagement, I think, which is so important, especially the fact that now more than ever, we need to listen. It sounds simple, easier said than done, and I don't think we practice that enough. And especially as a man, you don't always need to have the answers, but just being able and willing to listen and make a change is progress in my book.
Yeah, show a little bit of vulnerability, man. And talk and communicate. And the fact is, the brave conversation isn't over yet. We want you to tell us, what are some of the ways you have embraced modern masculinity? Reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page, and include that hashtag your skin, your brave, and we'll throw in the opportunity to win a 1,000 Rand voucher with Ingram's. This week's competition closes today, in fact, at midday, so get on it, but you can find all the terms and conditions, expressoshow.com.
Yeah, that's the one. So you can join us again on Tuesday morning, where actress, writer, and performance poet Lebo Mashile and actress, presenter, and model Refilwe Modisele discuss the importance of embracing our heritage and reclaiming our identities. Yes, please, bring it on.
Nourish your skin with Ingram's for Men, enriched with triple glycerine. For 48-hour moisture and no stickiness. Ingram's, your skin, your brave.
I can't wait for the next skin session. I think it's such a powerful conversation to have. But at the moment, allow me to talk about Zoe. She is going to smile and flick her hair as I tell you about a beauty session with Zoe. Now, it's time to let your hair do the talking. That's why she's not talking now. She's talking through her hair, which is fantastic. If she says she's hungry, watch how the hair flick happens. It's a different hair flick from when you're excited. How do you do it? Flick your hair with your... See, perfect. Right. And the angry hair flick? Perfect. Lovely. So, whatever your hair secret, I think the one that we're going to reveal now is Zoe's, and maybe it's not all about the actual long, beautiful, luscious locks. It's about the tools you use, and I think just that's quite important. Oh, the important flick. Do that again.
The important flick.
The important flick. You ready? Yeah. Fantastic. Love it. So, when I talk about tools, there's something called the Dyson Corral. I like the Corral because it sounds like my name, Corral Wasty. So, we are going to take a journey into this little secret, a little hack, as we flick our hair and show you this. Check it out.
Good morning to you, and since we are in the beauty room, it's my favorite place in studio. I wanted to show you how I do my hair in the mornings, because having good hair is not always guaranteed, but when I use the Dyson Corral cordless straightener to straighten my hair, that is when I'm guaranteed excellent hair. I get the perfect hairstyle in half the time using less heat. So come, let me show you. The Dyson Corral will become your new best friend because it comes with its own cute little charging dock, and it is completely cord-free. I'm going to show you how easy it is to use. I love that it doesn't have the solid plates like other straighteners. This has flexing plates so that it really works with your hair and it distributes the heat evenly. The straightener is on, it is heated up and ready to be used, and now I'm just going to finish up this top part since most of my hair is already straightened. Look at that, silky smooth. Oh, I like the shine it adds. As you can see, it's really easy to use. I'm simply just clipping a piece of my hair into the straightener, pulling it through, and this is amazing. This control really makes it so easy for me to style my hair. Look at that, glossiness, and I can do my hair in half the time, and it reduces the damage. I love that it is cordless because now I can simply work on the one side Move to the other side and I don't have to worry about a cord getting tangled or getting stuck places. It really gives you that convenience, especially if you're someone like me that's always on the go and you don't always have access to electricity. The way the Dyson Corral is designed, it's really easy for you to use and it doesn't get too hot on the outside, which means you won't burn your forehead or your fingers or your ears, because that's something we always do. Now that my hair is straight, it's silky, it's healthy, it's strong, I'm going to show you now how quick and easy it is to curl my hair using the Dyson Corral. Simply take a piece of your hair, clamp the plaits, give it a twist, and then slowly pull it through. And when you curl your hair, it's always best to curl away from your face. With my hair straight, I am ready for the show ahead, and now I understand why the Dyson Corral is the most award-winning straightener for 2020, because it was engineered for all hair types. I'm gonna go for a nice, sleek, long look. If you want to get your hands on the Dyson Corral cord-free straightener, you can shop it at Woolworths, safely in-store, online, or on the Woolies app.
So much fun.
I can tell. Can I tell you that when you were watching that, you know, we were watching it too, and we actually saw Zoe look at herself, and it was the most beautiful thing to see. In fact, do the hair flick that you did when you saw your...
I was like, woo. But I love how it was slow-mo there. They make me look really cool.
Yes. So if you recorded that, what she did now, then just play it in slow-mo and give your locks the love they deserve and never don the same look twice with the Dyson Corral wireless hair straightener. Shop it at Woolworths, available in-store, online, or on the app. Flick.
This is the Dyson Corral straightener with manganese copper alloy plates, invented to flex, with half the hair damage, and even without a cord.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3, and it's now time to get a bit competitive in the kitchen. And we've got our cooking guru, Jenny Morris, my love, on the one side, and then, of course, our baking fundi, my other love, Holly Ray, in the other corner. So, Holly, I do believe that you've been quite busy when it comes to baking in the kitchen. Is that correct?
I have been very busy. I've been shooting a TV show with my little sister called Baking with the Ray.
Ooh. Okay, so what is your speciality? If I were to come through to your kitchen and say, bake me something, what would it be?
Probably probably like good old scones. I think that's the first thing I learned how to make in the kitchen with my granny. So
All right.
good old-fashioned scones, definitely.
They've got to be light and not over-touched.
Exactly.
And not
My granny says you use your fingers with scones, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
All the tricks of the trade.
Yes.
From the grandmothers.
I mean, we love your sis as well. Who's the better baker, though? Obviously your sis, right?
Well, I mean, she's 8, so it depends on like what we're doing. I mean, if she was decorating cupcakes, she would just, you know, and it
That's
would be
perfect.
everything, which is, yeah.
It's my
That's what
style.
you want from an 8-year-old.
And Jenny, from your side, if I were to be in your kitchen and you were to bake me something decadent, delicious, sexy, what would you bake for me?
I'll make you a bobotie cupcake or something because I'm teasing. I'm not a sweet tooth.
Okay.
So I always lean towards the,
like
but nothing better than a bit of butter icing.
Ooh.
You see, now you're speaking my language. I just interpreted that.
taste buds
In
are
fact,
tingling.
it's amazing how the subtitles appeared below, and I was like, there were just R's there. It's great. Okay, so let's put your skills to the test. This is a challenge, ladies. Holly Ray, of course, we told you we're going to put you to the test today, and it's great to have you in this beautiful city. So you have to decorate some cupcakes. It's as simple as that. What I'm looking for as a judge and host of this challenge, I'm looking for emotion.
Master Chef.
I want to be, well, if you want to do that, well, I'm looking for emotion. You got the decorations, marshmallow, very good, cherry, you got chocolate, you got stars, and you got cupcakes.
I'm going to leave you with a 6-pack on my
And if you want emotion, I'm going to cry because I want to decorate it.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. And the great thing is that the word decorate at the end is rate, and that's what I need to do.
Oh.
You guys deco, I rate. This is why this works. Now, viewers also just need a vote, if you don't mind, actually weighing into which cupcake is the best between the two. And you actually have 60 seconds. That's all I'm going to give you.
I nearly said something about your foot and your haversack.
So, ladies, I'm going to give you a nice countdown, 60 seconds. I want to wish you the best of luck. And I want no fighting, no biting, no scratching, no pinching, no... Okay, I knew it. Just be careful of Jenny Morris, please.
Jenny hands.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, ladies, your time begins in 3, 2, 1.
I'm so scared.
Let's decorate.
Let's go.
Let's do some commentary as they go along. Jenny Morris, quick out of that icing bag. Look how subtly you can tell that person has done it over and over again. But here we go. Holly Ray also quite proficient at this particular thing. I like the styles different. We've got full coating here and top coating on the Holly Ray cupcake as you go along. Now the thing is, Jenny Morris obviously flexing with cutting marshmallows. I mean, that is something that you know is great. But over to one of my favorites. If you add chocolate to the decoration, that's great.
Really?
Ooh, I do.
You're distracting me.
No, you continue going.
I feel like we should get extra time just because of your distraction.
I'm not distracting.
He's trying to buy me time.
20 seconds to go, ladies. Let's keep it going.
Don't start your nonsense, naughty boy.
Right, stars being sprinkled on the Holly Ray cupcake. Marshmallows going on Jenny Morris. Who will win?
I don't care.
We'll find out soon enough. Oh, sprinkles, very important. 1. And we're done, ladies. Thank you so much.
No, man, don't lie.
You're done.
No!
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay.
He said
So,
you have 60 seconds.
Holly, this is what I'm going to do because you asked for more time. I'm going to give you another 60 seconds, but that's to decorate that and for any finishing touches you want to do on the other cupcake. Because so I just want to make sure that I'm fair on this one, and there is another cupcake to go. You are very sneaky, Jenny Morris. I saw that. Not yet. All right, here we go. The next cupcake.
We're going again. Okay.
You ready? In 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Go for it again.
The first one, man.
Earlier, Holly Ray had a very good thing. Now, new piping techniques coming through, and it's going to be piping hot here at the here we go, Expresso Arena. We've got Jenny Morris on the marshmallows once again. Remember the other cupcake as well. Please go for it.
No.
Let's do a quick time check as well, ladies. 40 seconds. I like the spikes. That's obviously inspired by me.
Inspired by your hair.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Who will take the cake today? Cakey, wordy. It is a competition in this kitchen.
I'm done.
As we go along, are you done with the kitchen? Okay, well, Holly Ray is still going. She's going deeper.
Deeper than before.
I knew it.
Me, you got stars.
20 seconds.
Give me your stars.
Oh, you want my stars?
Help
Okay.
me.
There we go. Stars going. Oh, there are an exchange of stars for these 2 culinary stars in your kitchen this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up. There That's all we got time for. Time for judging. All right, sorry. You went MasterChef with me, okay? Ladies, that was fantastic. I love the techniques going. It was very, very unique. I know you went metallic on the other one to try and be a bit more different. I do appreciate that.
A bit of bling.
On your one over here, Holly Ray, I know that just close to your judge over here,
I'm going to put this one this side because this one is
inspired.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
It looks like your hair.
It does.
Exactly. That's how I was inspired
You see,
by
I don't know why you didn't want to play to the strengths over here. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'll fix you later.
It's a little bit shorter than the other one.
I actually noticed that. So you did a short, spiky cupcake.
Exactly.
She's obviously trying to get favour with me. It's working. Jenny, what are you doing?
I'm doing nothing for you.
Ooh.
You and I are done.
Well, hers is like bald, so
balls,
it's kind of
yes,
like
he's
the
got-
side.
Yes,
He's
the
got
sides.
balls.
Okay, this is
and
working.
it's colour-coded.
And you're wearing a blue shirt.
So, okay, so this is great. Thank you. They played to my strengths, but now it's over to your strength, which is voting. Which one of these cupcakes do you think is the fave? So you got 2 from Holly Ray, 2 from Jenny Morris. Who will win? We'll find out a little bit later in our cupcake challenge. Good luck with the voting, and hopefully may the best cupcake win. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys, they're amazing.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, beautiful souls. Of course, it's Friday, and we're doing it like no other. Kicking off the weekend with our award-winning singer. It's Holly Ray in the building. Now, the stadium is going crazy. Now, in the midst of the release of her latest EP, Unconditional, she's out here to kick off one of the incredible performances. Starting off with this one, it's called Something Beautiful. Holly Ray, take it away.
Long conversations on the phone. You were always there when I needed to talk. me close and tell me you never felt this way with anybody. We would spend hours talking about a lifetime spent together. Now all I got is memories of moments I thought would last forever. We could have been something beautiful. 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 We would spend hours talking about a lifetime spent together. Now all I got is memories of moments I thought would last forever. We let the silence grow, we let emotions flow, and it overcame us. We let the silence grow, we let emotions flow, and it overcame us. We could have been something beautiful. We could have been something beautiful. We could have been something beautiful. We could have been something beautiful.
Literally got shivers. Holly Ray, you are beautiful. That was beautiful. And what's even more beautiful about this is that was an absolute exclusive here on Expresso, just released. And of course, keeping with tradition, this is probably going to go platinum too with the sounds of that.
I hope so. I mean, you guys seem to be my lucky charm.
Yes.
So definitely, yeah.
Well, clearly, by the way I'm feeling right now, it definitely is. But before we kick off, some more magic with Holly Ray. Don't go anywhere because we're going to find out what's happening in the news.
Thank you, Ral. Starting with your national headlines, the acting minister in the presidency, Kumbutso Ntshavheni, has urged those aged above 60 years to vaccinate because the AMA 2000s, that's the 18-year-olds and older, will soon be part of the coronavirus vaccine rollout. Those between 35 and 49 were requested to bring their parents and elder siblings along for the vaccination program. Ntshavheni says the coronavirus situation in the Western Cape, the Northern Cape, Northwest and the Free State remains a concern. And beaches north of Umgeni River up to Salt Rock on KZN's north coast remain closed as a precautionary measure after the spill that occurred when a chemical warehouse in Kunubia was torched during the recent unrest. This as dead fish have washed up on the beaches of Umhlanga and Umhloti, prompting a warning from eThekwini municipality for bathers and fishermen to refrain from all recreational activities, including fishing or surfing, swimming, bait collection or picking up dead species. Now moving to news abroad, officials in Nigeria, a hub for illegal wildlife trafficking, have seized a record amount of pangolin scales and claws and elephant tusks in attempt to combat the trade. The seizure, worth $54 million, included 17 kilograms of pangolin scales, 60 kilograms in pangolin claws, and 44 kilograms of elephant tusks. 3 foreign nationals were arrested, and a fourth, described to be a kingpin of the operation, is still on the run. Nigeria has become a hub for gangs sending African pangolins to Asia. And Iran's new president, Ibrahim Raisi, was yesterday sworn into office following his election victory in June. Raisi, a hardline cleric, succeeds Hassan Rouhani, seen in the West as a relative moderate. It comes at a time of growing challenges for Iran, whose economy has been crippled by US-led sanctions. Raisi said after being sworn in that he would support any diplomatic plans to lift sanctions. Meanwhile, America has called on Iran's new president to return to talks on reviving a historic nuclear deal. And if you've ever doubted that orangutans share 96.4% of human genes, then watch and listen to the following story. A video uploaded on social media 4 days ago shows an orangutan trying on a woman's sunglasses after she accidentally dropped them into the primate's enclosure at an Indonesian zoo. The mother orangutan with her baby takes the glasses, looks at them, and then tries them on upside down. Reminiscent of their human cousins, the baby then unsuccessfully attempts to snatch them. After a while, presumably not liking them that much, the orangutan flings the sunglasses at the fascinated zoo guests watching the amusing incident. Many millions of people were gobsmacked at the animal knew what to do with the sunglasses. One said, and I quote, "These animals are so damn smart, I swear they can talk, but they just don't want to pay taxes." Well, that's an absolutely adorable moment, and that's where I leave your morning headlines. Here's a final look at your sport with Graham.
Thanks so much. So let's start with an Olympic focus from the action yesterday. South Africa's Carl Blignaut, he finished 6th in the men's shot put final at the Tokyo Olympics yesterday. Third round throw of 21 meters by the 21-year-old, securing a 6th place finish. American Ryan Krauser set a new Olympic record to win gold with the best throw of 23.30 meters. That was in his 6th and final effort. Krauser was just 7 centimeters off the world record he set in June. Then South Africa's Michael McGlynn finished 8th in the Olympic 10-kilometer marathon swim at the Odaiba Marine Park in Tokyo. The 21-year-old produced South Africa's best swim in this event to date with his top 10 finish. Germany's Florian Wellbrock claimed the gold medal, with Hungarian Krzysztof Razowski taking silver, and then Italy's Gregorio Poltaneri claiming the bronze. And then on to rugby. A mouth-watering clash between the Springboks and the British and Irish Lions is upon us in the Lions Series decider, playing out in the Cape Town Stadium tomorrow. Damian de Allende will reach a career milestone of 50 test caps when he takes to the field in the match. Mark head coach Jacques Ninaba made only 3 changes to his starting team for the clash, and Lions head coach Warren Gatland, he's made 6 changes to his side. That 3-match series remains 1-1 after both teams recorded a win. The third and final deciding match between South Africa and the British and Irish Lions will kick off at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Then on a franchise level, Currie Cup action continues this weekend with 3 pretty exciting fixtures on the cards. A top-of-the-table clash as well. The Lions will be heading to Kimberley to take on a very confident Griquas side. Then the match to watch will see the Sharks up against the Bulls as they battle for top spot on the log. And the teams decided, in fact, to switch the venue from Joburg to Durban after the Durbanites missed out on a number of home games that were cancelled due to the unrest in KwaZulu-Natal. Then that final match of the weekend will see Western Province play host to bottom-of-the-log Cheetahs, and that's down in Cape Town. And then we end on a heartbreaking note for motorsport fans. Italian motorcycling veteran, legend, and 7-time MotoGP world champion Valentino Rossi has announced his retirement from the sport. The doctor, who is now 42 years old, has 115 victories, a record 89 of them coming in the Premier class, and he's taken 235 podiums over the years. Speaking at a news conference in Austria, the Italian said it's a very sad moment as he announced that he will retire at the end of this year. In fact, the MotoGP action does continue this weekend at the Red Bull Ring with the Styrian Grand Prix. Well, after an exciting day of sport, that's where we wrap it up for this morning's show. Enjoy all of the rugby action coming up this weekend. Right now, let's see what the weather has in store.
So yesterday we viewed Nick Lombard's stunning pictures depicting the beauty of the West Coast flowers and shared in the enthusiastic interview Graham and Ryle did with Mike Spiss, who often takes tourists to those parts. SA National Parks has now announced that the West Coast flower season will officially open next week. Pierre Null, acting park manager, says the Postberg section of the park has already opened its gates to the public. Null says the good rains which have fallen should make for an excellent flower viewing season, as we heard from Mike Spiss yesterday. Visitors should select sunny days to visit the park, and Null says it's advisable to plan a visit in the weekday. Over weekends, queues often develop at the gates and there's congestion in the flower viewing areas. Gate times for Postberg are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and for the general park area from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Strict COVID-19 protocols will follow upon entry. Now, a little earlier, we reported on the orangutan who just couldn't resist trying on a pair of sunglasses that fell into its enclosure in Indonesia. No human can resist a pair of sunglasses, to be honest with you. As we move on with this update. We report from Flores Island, located in the eastern half of Indonesia. The name Flores is the Portuguese word for flowers. In addition to tourism, the main economic activities on Flores are agriculture, fishing and seaweed production. The most famous tourist attraction in Flores is the 1,639-meter high Kelamutu volcano, containing 3 coloured lakes located in the district of Enda, close to the town of Moni. The coloured lakes change colours on an irregular basis depending on the oxidation state of the lake, from bright red through to green and blue. Today is not the most tropical weather that has been forecast for the area. Residents and visitors can prepare for some sunshine and occasional rain and drizzle in the afternoon. A cool maximum of 17 degrees Celsius can be expected. So when it comes to sunrise pictures, submissions, this is beautiful. We really do have some contributors who are fantastic, and you, our viewers, of course, are starting us off on the best note possible. Let's start with Cornelia Sekobe from Port Shepstone, who captured this stunning photo overlooking the valley filled with clouds. May Felicity Buerta shared this stunning morning view from a hot, humid Shanghai, and thank you for that, May Felicity. Appreciate it. We hope you can send us an update on your activities that side, and perhaps some more photos too. Now, kicking us off at 7 a.m. was Mondi Sewela, who didn't share her location when sending through this beautiful picture of the sky scattered with hues of soft pink, purple and blue. We'd like to be there though. Last but not least, Arena Vasan from East London, who sent this photo filled with warm tones as the sun rises in the distance over this residential area. Please continue to share your beautiful sunrise photos with us on the Expresso Facebook page, and don't forget to share any photos of Namakwaland flowers. If any visitors have been there in the coming weeks, please go for it and send away. Now, let's look at the temperatures to give you an idea of what you can expect today. Now, Polokwane, starting with you as always, 9 to 25. Bombela, a very hot 33 is a maximum from a minimum of 13. Pretoria, 11 to 25. Johannesburg, 10 to 24. Mahikeng, you can expect 7. That rises to 27 degrees Celsius. Klerksdorp, 5 to 26. Kimberley, 4. You're up to 23 later. Bloemfontein, you've got -1 and you'll be up to 22. Richards Bay, 15 to 26. Beautiful in that area. Same max for Pietermaritzburg, 26 from a low of 9. Durban, 15 to 23. Mthatha, 6 and you're up to 24. East London, 12 to 21. Cradock, you've got a 0, but don't worry, you're up to 22. Gqeberha, 10 to 19. George, you can expect 8 this morning, up to 17. Cape Town, 8 to 19 today. Looking good in Worcester, 5 to 20. Sutherland, 0, but you are up to 15 in the afternoon. And then Uppington, 6 to 26 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather news and temperatures. As mentioned, if you've got any pictures of those Namakwaland flowers, send it our way, or some sunrise photos. We always love those. And I hope that today and your weekend will be an adventure, a lot like this one that Raul's about to tell you about.
Well, when it comes to going on adventures, the Citroen C3 is the car to be in. Myself and Wasty went to Ceres, but Raul, it was your turn now to have an adventure.
It was so much fun. You guys are going to want to see this a little bit later on the show. I got to go on a beautiful adventure up the coast, and gee, I wish you were there. Our old romance didn't get to continue.
But I think it's a little scant that you needed to go foraging for food. Did you forget your putt course? You're like, I'm hungry.
I forgot the bucket. But come tune in. Don't go anywhere, because it's an adventure you do not want to miss.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso as we delve into the final hour of the show and delve into a day of adventure,
Yes, Nature Boy got to do his thing. I got to go out in the new Citroen C3 and turn some heads in that bold, funky personality of the car.
Is cool.
Look, it didn't take long, obviously, for me to get on the venture. And gee, like I said, I missed you on this one, but I did it in our honor. And you are not going to want to miss this. A beautiful day exploring Cape Town's natural beauty in the Citroen C3. Check it out.
Good morning, you beautiful people. Now look, if you're a nature lover like me, then Cape Town truly is one of the best places to be. I mean, look around us. Beautiful beaches, enchanting mountain trails, and a plethora of activities to do here. I mean, what's not to love? But I've got the sexy new Citroen C3, so I'm about to explore some of the beauty that Cape Town has to offer. Let's go check it out. Now, one thing I absolutely love about the new Citroen C3 is the fact that it has all the modern day comforts you'd expect from a big sedan, but it's been jam-packed into this beautiful dynamite-packed Citroen C3. On top of that, I feel comfortable. I feel like I've got all the interaction that you'd expect from a modern day battleship, but it's been packed into one sexy looking vehicle. Now we just arrived at Muizenberg, and it's the best way to take in the beach, this beautiful sunshine, and kickstart your weekend with a breakfast surf. Kawabanga! The waves are absolutely cooking, and that's how you get your adventure on first thing in the morning. Now I'm off to go explore the rest of the magic that the city has to offer. Woo! I gotta say, this tiny vehicle actually has a surprising amount of space inside of it. I mean, if you're not a bachelor and maybe you have a small family, you've got space for the kids, maybe a dog, and even some extra luggage too. Out on the Cape Peninsula and very close to Cape Point is where you find this hidden gem. Now it goes by the name of Veld and Sea, and what they do here is explore the natural surroundings for some wild foraging. Now this is going to be a foodie adventure you don't want to miss.
Here we go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Pleasure. It's some fynbos chai with sweet spices.
It's absolutely delicious. Now look, apart from incredible greetings, because this tops the list, what else do you guys do here at Veld and Sea?
We track the edible landscape through the seasons with immersive nature-inspired events.
Well, where does the inspiration come from to do something this crazy? And also, I believe there's a big sustainability factor with regards to what you're doing here. Why is that so important to you?
Well, it's huge. As soon as you kind of dive into this world of collecting from the wild, one really needs to be sustainable and to follow sustainable practices, which you will learn about today. So if you can imagine the landscape changing visually with the textures changing and the colors, so does the flavor. And you'll be able to taste something today that you won't taste in even a month's time. Oh, look here.
Oh, yeah?
This is lovely. Grows around here quite a lot. You don't want to collect something that's obviously rare and endangered. Yeah. Common name with the vernacular is malva. This one has a lovely taste and flavor.
So this is edible?
This is edible.
Okay.
And we're going to use this in our drinks. So for sustainable harvesting, we always use our scissors or secateurs and just cut a little bit. So
Popping in the basket?
Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.
So this is sour fig.
Okay.
It's not in season at the moment. So when you're at the beach and you're surfing and you get stung by a blue bottle, you find one of these, and it's basically quite similar to aloe in terms of medicinal property.
Nature always provides.
Always, always. In South Africa, we've got some very strict laws about picking plants in the wild. So basically you can't collect from a place that's a forestry area, sandparks area, or actually off any private land. So you've got to have permission from the landowner.
These are pretty. What are these?
These are sauersaks or sirangs, and this is the most sustainable one to collect because it's almost like a weedy variety.
Okay.
We can use these edible flowers to garnish our broth.
Oh, nice. So this is going in the in the foraging basket. I actually recognize these. I've seen this in the mountain. Biggish red fruits like a num-num or something.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. So there's a nice ripe one. We found one even out of season. And you see, if you cut it, it has this, it starts to ooze like a milky latex. And that's usually a warning sign in plants, especially with a lot of succulents. And it's actually quite poisonous, but this is the exception to the rule.
But it looks so awesome, and I can't believe we got all of this from right on this back door. It's insane. And I love the fact that there are so many colors. It's like eating a rainbow.
Exactly. Isn't it incredible that you get all of these beautiful colors straight from nature? We're going to fry up our veldkool with some of the other edible weeds that we found, and we're going to add it into a delicious healing broth bowl made with seaweeds and all kinds of other delicious things. And then we're going to create a bowl and use all of this edible color for our salad creations.
Let the magic begin.
Okay.
I cannot tell you how excited I am after spending such a beautiful time out in nature, foraging all this magic. I think there's only one more thing to do, and that's
to taste it, absolutely.
Yes! I'm doing like a mini victory dance. Thank you so much. I can't believe that there's so much magic in here that we forage from all over. From you, from Falcon Sea, I just want to say thank you.
Such a pleasure.
What an absolutely incredible day in this brand new sexy Citroen C3. I felt so comfortable on this ride today. The entire trip has been somewhat of a dream, to be honest with you. I felt like I don't have to worry about much on the road because the car is looking out for me with all these modern features. Being able to listen to some good music on the road too. Oh, speaking of features, that's the Lanus is coming on right there. But I mean, to top it all off, I felt good, I felt safe. It's quick, it's got the modern day features you need to enjoy an experience, and I've just overall loved it. What an incredible day it's been out here with the funky new Citroen C3. I mean, it's been an absolute venture and a memory maker of note. So what are you waiting for? You get out there, explore your beautiful country, and go make some memories. Woo!
Been so romantic if we could have done that together, man. We could have foraged together. It looked captivating.
It really was. It was a truly authentic experience, somewhat of a dream, and just a beautiful memory was made. And in that Citroen C3, so much fun at the same time. What an adventure,
man. I've done a bit of road tripping in the C3. They gave me one for a week, and I struggled to give it back. It was really, really cool. But kudos, dude. What a way to explore Cape Town. Hopefully that's inspired you to look at your own backyard, literally your own backyard, in a whole different lights.
Citroën.
I just hope you know that everything on the show is connected. We go from Ryle's Carre to Holly Ray. Award-winning singer, taking the Expresso stage to perform the lead single of her latest EP. I'm sorry. I have to. It just happens, okay? It's part of the method. We're just gonna let. It's like that. So EP is it's called Unconditional. Please go grab it and support vocals from the locals as she gives you the lead single. This is called Spend My Time.
into you. Are my favorite hands to hold, and you are my favorite way to spend my time. You are my favorite chance to listen to. You are my favorite place to go. And you are my favorite way to spend my time.
Spend my time, please go get it. Because did you know that, Holly Ray and I are going to be involved in a little bit of a dance battle later. If she doesn't know that, now she does. And also, do remember, Unconditional, the EP is out. Please go get that. Spend My Time is the name of that single. Thank you for spending your time with us. A Feel Good Breakfast Show on Expresso and S3. And stick around because, as mentioned, Dance Battle, Friday Dance, and many more great things that you need this morning. So stick around.
Plan your next holiday with Marriott Hotels. Explore the best of Mzansi from our incredible coastlines, mountains, nature retreats, and bush escapes. Marriott Bonvoy members enjoy 20% off standard rates plus free breakfast, and non-members 15% off, and with flexible cancellation. Not yet a member? Join when you book. Book now on Marriott.com for the best rates guaranteed.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It has never been easier to win a shopping voucher than now with Game. Thanks to their Win a Truckload competition. Sounds pretty good. And to find out how you can enter, we are upping the ante this morning with one of South Africa's most sought-after DJs and MCs, Ayanda Mdluli, the real MVP. To get the facts on how Africa's retail giant is giving you the chance to win a 5,000 Rand shopping voucher, both in-store and online. Let's find out a little more. Ayanda, how you doing? Good looking. How's it going?
Oh, I'm good. Can't complain. Thank you very much for the confidence and the compliment.
So let's get down to the details. How can we enter?
Well, all you need to do is spend at least 500 Rand or more at any Game store, and then you make sure you hold on to that till slip, because sometimes we usually throw the paperwork away. Don't throw it away this time. You need it. You SMS your name, your ID number, and any contact details, email address as well, to 40105. You need to also include your till slip number or your sequence number if you're shopping online.
Ayanda, I feel like we need to daydream a little bit. Do you mind giving us some inspiration for our viewers who want to enter? If you were to win one of the 25,000 Rand shopping vouchers that are up for grabs, what items will you be seeing or selecting in your cart?
So, I mean, I'm one of the breadwinners in my family, and I find that I have to either help my mom out with some groceries or even support my niece, who's a first-year student in varsity, and she's always saying, I run out of food, I run out of food. So what I would actually do is share the voucher, maybe give my mom $3,000 and then give my niece 1.5, because she needs to still struggle and understand.
Exactly.
And you need to learn how to save your groceries. But I definitely share it with my family first, because my mom is also in KZN, and she went through the situation of experiencing not being able to purchase a lot of things during the looting. And that's why I would, instead using it on myself, actually use it for my family.
You're such a good daughter.
Yeah, well done. Thanks for making us
Such a good
all
person.
feel really bad about ourselves and what we're doing with our lives. Aside from the competition, what are some of the truckload deals you're looking forward to getting your hands on this month?
Oh, well, definitely I'm in need of a fridge. My fridge just started leaking out on me. So I know that Game's got a lot of fridges on promotion, especially the brands that I enjoy. And they've also got many specials for the mommies who are still making sure they need to get more nappies and more food for babies. And they've got more promotions also on kids' toys as well. So if you are keen, all you need to do is go to game.co.za to find out more on the promotions.
Well, these promotions sound incredible. Ayanda, we do not want to miss out on them. Can you tell us from which days these deals will be running from?
The deals are going to be running from the 21st of July, which has already passed, until the 7th of September 2021. So make sure when month end comes, especially when payday comes, whenever it is, you get to Game, you buy yourself all the stuff that is on promotion that you need, and also enter the competition so you could win maybe a 5,000 Rand shopping voucher.
A little goes a long way. Now we know that, and this is a lot. It's going to take you there. Ayanda, thank you so much. So great to be connecting with you. Keep the passion. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep looking after that beautiful family. We love you, girl. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, guys. Always a pleasure to hang out with you.
Amazing. I mean, what would you do with 5,000 Rand if you had a voucher right now?
Kids, man. Game is the coolest stuff for the little ones, and Jack's finding his feet now with, like, his physical stuff, his sporting things. So I'd definitely get, like, a little cricket kit, get some, maybe a nice football. The opportunities are endless right now, but I love the fact that at the heart of this is the idea that we need to help those that have been hit hardest, especially over the last few months. So African Retailer Game is giving 20 lucky shoppers the chance to win a whopping 5,000 Rand shopping voucher through its Win a Truckload competition. So all you have to do is spend 500 Rand or more at your nearest Game store or online, then SMS your name, your surname, your phone number and your till slip or your sequence number if you purchased online to 40105 in order to enter.
Those T's and C's do apply and can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. And the competition runs until Tuesday, the 7th of September, 2021, until midnight. And remember, store opening hours, they are from Monday to Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 9 to 5, and on Sundays and public holidays from 9 to 4.
All right, you know what time it is. It's Friday. We're having even more fun, and it's a time for Games 2. Now, it's a star of ours on the show. Her name is Holly Ray, and you do not want to go anywhere.
Denzel takes his girlfriend out to propose to her. Smooth. He opens the box to give her the diamond ring and drops it. Not smooth. Still on his knees. He hears her saying,
Yes, Denzel.
I do. Nothing smoother.
Made with love by Clover.
All right, Mzansi, well, clearly you can see that I am so excited for this next segment because we all know there's nothing smoother than a Tropica. But every Friday, Expresso brings you a smooth Friday dance to shimmy you into the weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Now we know our guest, Holly Ray, of course, in the building. And some smooth vocal pipes when it comes to singing. But has she got the smooth dance moves to match? Well, let's find out. And we're about to find it out in our Tropica Smooth Dance Battle with Holly Ray versus Carl Wasty. Now it's myself and the dance queen herself out here.
Thank you.
We're going to be the judges of the day, so we need to watch out for all the moves that we can see. But here's how smooth or not smooth dance battle will go down. All right, Holly, Carl, are you listening? Pay attention.
I'm trying to just recover from what Holly Ray said to me. I just would like to out it very quickly, just to tell you that there were chairs here. When they set out the chairs, Holly Ray says to me, "Oh, one of those for you."
You asked. You said, what are the chairs for?
See, this is what's happening. Already, it's on. Honestly, I might take my shirt off.
I said, go for it.
like there's going to be a lot of anger and emotion in Carl's dance.
That's the very turn into the house.
Yes, that's what Mzansi's here for too. So here's how the game works. You have 60 seconds to give us your smoothest dance moves on the dance floor, and you're going to vote for them. You, Mzansi, you're going to help us vote and find out who that winner is. So come through on our social media channels right now and let us know who you think is the Tropica Smooth Dance champion in today's dance battle. All right, 60 seconds each. You ready to judge this, all right?
Well,
Call.
First.
I think.
Ladies first. I'm going to go stand in my chair.
Oh, wow.
I think I will
is
give
this one not
Holly,
tall enough?
Ray, the shade! You're going to be dancing.
You guys are throwing all the shade at each other.
You're going to be dancing in shade.
Let's see the shade in the
Holly,
dance
Ray, you're the star of the show, though. Are you happy to go first, or would you like Carl to step up? The choice is yours.
It's
Women's Month, guys.
You know what?
Come on,
I feel like I've given him enough torture for this morning, so I'll go first.
Oh, yeah!
I really shouldn't have said I'm going to go first, because I actually don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to stand here for 60 seconds just looking into the camera.
It'll probably work.
I'm waiting for
Anyway,
inspiration to
that might even be Carl.
He's throwing those moves from earlier.
Exactly.
He's throwing those moves.
What song is it? What song are we dancing to?
Well, we'll find out.
might know
All right, you ready?
So I find out 60 seconds
Yes,
go and
60
I find
seconds.
out. Yeah,
DJ, if you can, come through and play us a jam. 60 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1. Holly Ray, take it away. Hey.
Okay.
Birthday.
Woo! Hey. It's the step, starting with
Hey. Get it. Hey. Guys, hyper up now. Don't be jealous. Go smooth on it. Go smooth on it.
Yes. Oh.
Yes, girl.
I think she was amazing.
Should Carl even try dance?
I'm worried.
I'm gonna just call it like
I don't want to lie. I'm going to be very honest with you. So it's a tight competition. So I believe in you. I have faith in you.
Come on, you can do it.
We
I have
believe
faith
in you,
I
Carl.
saw some breakdancing moves earlier, so show them that
Carl,
backflip
my
you do
friend,
all the time.
The stage is all yours. 60
It's
seconds
yours.
to make and break and shake up the studio. DJ,
Are you going to play one of my favorite songs?
let's hit it.
Play. What song are you playing? Oh, I love this song. I love this song. I love this song. This is great.
So
I love this song. Just watch it.
So don't talk us through it. Show us.
I love this song.
Okay, but show
But
us.
you must just wait for the song to start.
Oh, we're waiting
there
for
we
the
go.
drop. It looks like Kira just arrived.
Honestly, I love this song.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I love it.
I get it.
Yeah, I love it.
Hey. Moves. I see the movements. I see the movements. I'm full of movements. Love it. Okay.
Hi.
Gotta feel the jam. It's the feeling. It's the expression.
In the building, man. You look. That dance move was almost as good as the yacht that looks like you arrived.
Thank you. As you can see.
Who won this one?
You should have used the chair, though.
I honestly.
From our beautiful guest judge, Holly Ray, guys. He just set up the dance floor. It's still a light, and of course, now that is honestly some serious smooth competition, if you ask me. And we want to hear from you, Mzansi. Head over to our social media channels. Leave a comment about who was smooth and not so smooth. And if you happen to find yourself on Team Not Smooth, then at least you have a Tropica, because there's nothing smoother, right, guys? So, Carl, you've definitely earned yourself one. You can grab on Holly Ray.
Oh, thank you so much.
As well. So grab one, crack it open. We're kicking off the weekend. No better way. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Carl and Holly Ray in the building. That's how you do a smooth battle.
Nourish your skin with Ingram's Camphor Cream, enriched with camphor and glycerine. Trusted to restore and repair dry skin. Ingram's, your skin, your brave.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Just a few moments left to savor of the show. Let's do it by celebrating your birthdays.
Happy birthday, have a happy birthday. Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah, yes. Feel the vibe. The only thing that would make this better if it was John Smith's birthday today. And we could have kept him here to celebrate. Then it would never leave the studio. Yeah, that would have been fine. But no, the most important people in this dynamic are you. It's your birthday, hopefully, today. And we love Fridays because Fridays are all about dancing in our Expresso studio. So we asked you guys to please send in your very best birthday dance videos to celebrate yourself or maybe a loved one. And man, did you deliver. Take a look.
Oh, wow.
With the epic clap, man. Ooh, wow. Epic track.
The man doesn't look like he has any bones, G.
Whoa. Oh.
Ew.
Nice. Come on, Cassidy. Show us your best, girl.
Look at that pizzazz. Look at that emotion.
That's a TikTok star in the making. Hey? Got the moves. Cleopatra with the most.
Easy. Too much swag.
Hey?
Just
loving herself, loving her birthday. As you should, man. Celebrate you, girl. Whoa. Catonator.
This is like the... Is this the name of him or the dance move?
Yeah.
Was it punk?
It's a little intimidating.
This is a Catonator.
Look at her in her feels. Nice cut. Hey, boom,
just making me feel like the weekend right here.
Oh, no. It is a Friday, baby. It is a Friday. Mickey. Oh.
Set those streets alight, boy. That's how we do.
Yeah. Like the track selection as well. Oh, nice graphic content as well.
Oh, is it turning it up? Yeah,
boom. Star, are you a star?
Are you? Yes.
Let's find out.
Looks like it.
I love it.
He's got so much swag. Wow.
Tyler.
All three of Tyler.
He's got his own backing dance crew. I feel like Tyler's mom made him dance. He was like, okay, I'll throw down. Put it on my pet. Nice, Zoe. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is that choreography we came for.
Gee whiz.
Wow.
I feel like TikTok isn't ready for that.
I just realized I can't dance after watching
Yeah, I know. We've known this for a while, though. We've known this for a while.
We truly do love seeing this, though, and how you send in amazing videos every week. And keep it coming, because this week our favorite video was from Penny Lover Shivoria. Now let's take a look at this.
The bass with a bubba in the background. I love it.
Yeah.
It's the beat that makes you feel it's a Friday. It's the beat that makes you feel like it's your birthday. We absolutely love the moves and the effort put into that video. And of course, that's why we thought we'd just celebrate it a little bit more. And we've got Penny Lover on the line right now. A very good morning. Happy birthday! Oh, girls. So first of all, happy belated birthday. So good to connect with you. How was your birthday?
My birthday was very nice. My
friend did take me out to a spa, and it was very great. I celebrated my 31st birthday on the 31st of July.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. I love that.
Anyway, near 30 though. I thought it was your 21st, but your dance moves are something of a fire. And congratulations, we're giving you that 500 Rand cash prize and have
just
a
for you,
beautiful
baby.
Weekend.
There we go. That's what we needed. Well, now that you... Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. You seem like an absolute gem. Thank you for bringing that energy this morning, man. We love you. Enjoy spending that 500 Rand on yourself, eh? You're not allowed to spend it on anyone else.
This is for
got to
you.
be on you. Oh, man, beautiful stuff. Now, remember, we are running a weekly competition where you can stand to win yourself, just like Penny Lover, that 500 Rand in cash. You got to send us your birthday dance moves, and they got to be good, on WhatsApp to 071 640 6551 to enter.
Yeah, let's dance into the weekend. Happy birthday, everybody.
Oh, well, listen, when I think birthday, I think cupcakes. And earlier we had a really cool cupcake decorating little show-off between Jenny Morris and our guest artist, Holly Ray. So let's take a look at the comments of what you had to say on social media. So we want to take a look. The first one came through from Shireen Abrams that says, Jenny Morris, she is amazing. Josephine Pickstone says, beautiful smile, stunning pictures. Thank you for that. Annaline Woodcroft says, Jenny Morris. Lene Van Rooyen says, Holly Ray. Denise Blair. Jenny Morris. Keegan says, morning, you guys are on flames this morning. Cracking show. Carl in the kitchen, of course, but it looks like the majority of the votes went to our very own Jenny Morris.
Well, hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Jenny.
Thank you. Oh, I don't know how that happened, but anyway, thank you.
But you're the pro in the kitchen, and I'm looking forward to our next recipe, because when it comes to chocolate chip cookies, I think Jenny Morris is the perfect person to show us just how amazing this little favorite is. And while we are at it, we are also going to be doubling up on the chocolate, because you have to. It's Friday, and we are making a blissful chocolate cookie, dipping these in some creamy chocolate goodness. So it's all about the chocolate today.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with it. As long as it's dark, darling, they say it's healthy.
Okay, we'll go with that.
So what I've got here is, once again, it's just our eggs, and I've creamed nicely together our butter and our sugar. You can use brown sugar, white sugar, caster sugar, any sugar you like. And we just get this going like this. Now, what I've done for you, sweetie pie, is I've made you a dough.
Okay.
And so what you're going to do is you're going to break the dough off into balls, or you're going to make balls from your dough. You're going to break it up into pieces and roll it into beautiful balls while I do this. Now, this is beautifully incorporated. And then I'm going to just take... we're going to have a lot of chocolate here.
Is that how big the balls should be? A little bit
Darling,
bigger?
you can have the balls as big as you want them.
Okay.
Because is this going to be a dessert? Is it going to be a snack for your lunchbox? That's what I'm talking about. So we have a look at the size of that chocolate.
Okay.
Cookie
We want
you
a big
have there.
ball.
I like big balls.
Okay.
So now I'm going to put my beautiful, I've got 2 cups of flour here, and I'm going to add this on top of it, the cocoa, and I'm going to just give it a good old, because you don't want any lumps and bumps.
No lumps.
No lumps and bumps, not like Jenny, full of lumps and bumps. And we're going to roll it together. That's good. Oh, yes, I like that you've got big balls and medium-sized balls.
Are we going for all different shapes and sizes today?
Absolutely.
Well, not shapes, but sizes.
Well, sizes, yeah. Well, the shape is something that you can't predetermine. And then what you're going to do is you're going to press your balls down. Have a look. Or you can use a spoon. Just help
you there.
Yeah, you carry on.
Okay.
I'll make the mess. You've got to fix it.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. I've got chocolate all over my hands right now.
Lovely.
And then we're just going to remove it.
Do you know what you could do with that is you could also use your, leave it, don't worry, sweetheart. You could also use a spoon. Put a little bit of
flour.
Not flour, a bit of oil. Hold that. See, I make a mess, you must fix.
So I'm holding all our utensils and are stuck to our cookie batter.
I love it.
So I shouldn't use flour, I should use oil if this happens.
Put a little bit of oil on the back of your some melted butter. It'll just stop it from
sticking together.
Or you can spray it as well with a non-stick spray. Or you could actually use your hands. Quite frankly, I just like to pat it down nicely.
There we go. So the whole idea is we just like push the shapes into...
You push it, yeah, and then it'll spread out as it cooks. So I'm going to just keep doing this, but what you're going to do is to your beautiful, beautiful mouth, you're going to take that chocolate chip cookie and you're going to take it with our beautiful Clover Bliss and you're going to dunk it in it, darling, and you're going to bite that chocolate
And I'm going to
cookie.
try bite into
Yes.
it. Should I break the cookie up a little bit?
Darling, you can break it or you can take the whole
I'm going to dunk it.
Yes.
There we
Yes.
go. This is now chocolate on chocolate on chocolate.
On chocolate,
for
and
breakfast
chocolate and
with my chocolate fingers.
And here's my chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. All my chocolate chips are in there. Divine.
How amazing.
Isn't that gorgeous?
With our Clover Bliss chocolate dessert. It's
Yeah.
so nice and cool and creamy.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I can imagine if the cookies just come out of the oven, what a wonderful pair.
Do you know what I would do with this Clover Bliss? I would actually take those chocolate chip cookies and I would break them and put lots of bliss and cookies and bliss and bliss and bliss and bliss and bliss and serve it as a dessert in a lovely long glass with
A
some
long glass.
whipped cream on top, yeah?
Oh, that is an amazing
Yeah.
dessert idea, Jenny. I love it when you're in the kitchen. I'm enjoying the cookie batter because you know I'm going to try it raw.
I
If you want to
know.
get your hands on this delicious chocolate cookies with bliss dessert, make sure you head on over to our website. That is expressoshow.com. The recipe's there, the steps to it, as well as the ingredients list, so that you can make these delicious cookies at home. Cheers.
From those delicious cookies to skutting your biscuit with Holly Ray. That's exactly what we're going to do. And it's been a fantastic morning jamming to the performances from our award-winning singer, Holly Ray, of course. And we're only going to let you sort of like give you one little thing to take home with you, and that is the title track of the EP. Just to make sure that you know what it's called. It's called Unconditional. So please go and support and go stream it and download it and support this incredible artist who we're so proud of. So take it away, Unconditional. This is Holly Ray.
We'll never get tired of loving you. You will always fill up my cup. I will never get tired of loving you. You be my baby till we die. Unconditionally, unconditionally, I will love you unconditionally, unconditionally, I will love you unconditionally, unconditionally, I will love you unconditionally, unconditionally, I will love you. I wish I'd found you sooner, so I could love you longer. With every kiss, with every touch, your skin on mine, only love you more, love you more. 'Cause I will never get tired of loving you. You be my baby till we die. I will never get tired of loving you. You be my baby till we die. I will love you for eternity, yeah, for eternity.
I just love the fact that you have the same shoes as me, Holly Ray. It's called unconditional shoe love from Holly Ray. Hey, that was fantastic. One more time for Holly Ray. Yes. That was sensational. Get an EP as soon as you can, please, and do support our local musicians. Unconditional, the EP, it's out now. And stick around because we have a very special Friday dance inspired by guess who? Holly Ray.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And the thing is, I promised you entertainment, and I did say stick around for a good reason because they are back. And what a treat to celebrate not only women this month, but women of all ages. And here to take the stage and get you into the weekend spirit is something with a little Holly Ray inspiration. His Purpose Spiritual Dance Ministries for your Expresso Friday dance. Take it away, ladies.
In a sentence, it would be, even when the odds are against us, even when the odds are against us, with the help of God, we can overcome anything.
Dime ahora dónde están, where you at though? Tengo el flow inventado, dejo barato. Dime dónde están, where you at though? Tengo el flow inventado, dejo barato.
Deeper I keep it in, the more it grows inside. Chasing your love again, searching for the high.
I live the life I deserve. Bless.
Slow songs, they for skinny girls. Can't move all of this here to one of those. I'm a thick chick, I need tempo. Get up to the tempo. Pity pat, pity pat, pity pity pat. Look at my sis, kitty kitty fat. Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty kitty cat. Pour me a glassware like my water wet. Throw it back, catch that.
All right, all my voguing divas, I love you dearly. I get sly. But just for a moment, allow the runway kids to grace the floor.
Take my power, my power, my power. Don't ever take my power, my power, my power. They feel away, oh wow. They feel away, oh wow. Don't ever take my power, my power, my power. Don't ever take my power, my power, my power. They feel away, oh wow. They feel away, oh wow.
Well done, man.
Can they take a bow?
Please, ladies. What a way to celebrate Women's Month, Women's Day coming up next weekend or next week
Monday.
after the long weekend.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. It's always so much fun.
We did put you through your paces today, so thank you so much.
I've baked, I've danced twice. You know. I had to dance with Carl, which was something else.
There is a magnetic energy there that is undeniable. I just really hope we can continue to be that good luck charm. You keep producing amazing music. We'll put it out there, and then it'll go platinum, and you win another song. That's how it works.
That's
Okay?
what happened last time.
That's just what needs to happen. But you're phenomenal. Thank you so much for playing along this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful weekend, South Africa. We love you.
Too much. Mwah.
Here's to baking the winter blues away and trying new adventurous recipes to put the spring back in your step. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.